understand. Xbox stamped, but the truth breaks the seal. Plays nothing from the library, what's the deal? Oh, big dreams, small screens, they're nowhere to be found. Kinda feels like we're running round and round. Fail so epic, it deserves its own crown. Big dreams, small screens, sinking underground. They said innovation, but gave me a ruse. A Frankenstein gadget I didn't choose. Xbox in name, but not in soul. A handheld that trips before reaching its goal. Oh, big dreams, small screens, they're nowhere to be found. Kinda feels like we're running round and round. Fail so epic, it deserves its own crown. Big dreams, small screens, sinking underground. But got the past. A product that's flashy but doesn't last. Stick the landing or don't even start. Building half a vision tears it apart. I dreamed of a game but woke up in this. Handheld in concept, but that's all it is. Play my library away, you can. Xbox branded, but they took out the check. They're nowhere to be found. Kinda feels like we're running round and round. Fail so epic, it deserves its own crown. Big dreams, small screens, sinking underground. We saw it in the future, but got the past. A product that's flashy but doesn't last. Stick the landing or don't even start. Building half a vision tears it apart. I dreamed of a game but woke up in this. Handheld in concept, but that's all it is. Play my library, oh wait, you can't. Xbox branded, but they took out the chance.
Yo, what is up, gaming grindhouse? How you doing? It's Friday. I hope everybody had a great week, and I know that you've been waiting. We all been waiting for this moment. Grinders, we're ready. It's been a long week, man. There's been a lot of juking and jiving, and Phil Ness has been roaming in the streets, and now we could even add Sarah Ness to everything going on here. But everything that we've predicted, everything that we've said was going to happen has happened, and the roost has come home to pay, because it is time to go through. This is going to be a very unique show. We're just going to go through the timelines. We're going to go to the videos and show once again Microsoft marketing over promises and under delivers. Now, let me preface this. This is not a knock on technology. This is not a discussion on what the ROG Ally X2 or the ROG Ally Xbox. It has nothing to do with the hardware capabilities. It is a Zen 2 Extreme chip, which is more than the Zen 1 Extreme chip of the ROG Ally X of last year. It is the same screen, and it is more, I think they put more RAM in it. But the hardware itself, this is not knocking on tech, light tech, handhelds, have a thing. They're interesting. They're fun. They're unique. They have their place. I think that they're pretty damn cool. They're like a multi-tool of gaming and things that you can do. This all is about how Xbox marketing has hindered the acceptance and what this device really is. And this shows where marketing goes wrong. You know that Dave Chappelle skit, like, oh, this is where they go wrong. This shows they do not know what they're doing. They are throwing everything out there. They are racing to the fences, and I don't know. You blame Phil, you blame Sarah, you blame Satya, you blame Amy in the Hood, you blame Terry Myerson who left, you blame Donnie D. I don't know who to blame, but I'm telling you, they suck. Their marketing sucks, and they got to get out of their own way because they step on the rake, they open their mouth, they talk about the wrong things, and all you see and all we have seen is how their marketing has come right back and slapped them in the face. They're one of those dudes that throws a haymaker and winds up punching out himself. That's what Microsoft and Xbox are. And we're going to see how their marketing has just made this device a joke, has hurt the device. That I think Asus should have just went on their own and said, ROG 2, baby. Just do it. Like Legion Go 2. Just do it. But instead, they made a deal with Phil Ness, and now they got to deal with the repercussions of what it is. Because every review, every video that you've been seeing, what are we seeing? This is not an Xbox. And we all knew that. These are no surprises. It's just a more of I'm glad you realize it now. So grinders, get ready. We're going to have some fun. Hit that like button, sit back, get a drink. It's Friday, 5 o'clock somewhere, and we're ready to turn on the burners and roast some Xbox barbecue. So get ready. Let's do the shout outs to the grinders of Curse Kane, Doc here. And I don't know where this is going to go. I just know I got a bunch of stuff and we're going to talk about it. So enjoy the ride, because this is not, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just know I have a lot to talk about and a lot to show. And we're going to do it. Shout out to Aaron, our handheld expert.
Where are you?
Mr. Switch himself.
Aaron right now.
That's right. And Aaron, see, he's not glazed. He says it's a PC handheld. That's an Xbox. Oh, man. See? And that's hilarious. That's what's been the discussion, dude. It is absolutely insane what's going on. Mr. Dude is shouting out my Core 8 AI and the A2 VM. Yes, that's right. The MSI, Doc Zone, Hayabusa's in the house. PC Guys Miami. He knows about PCs. There we go. We got our Neil. We got Muhammad. Who else we got in here? We got Doc Cowie. We have Lady Gamer. Who else we have? We have in here Liquid Data. Shout out to my Battlefield brother right there. That's right, man. We were rocking in the Battlefield 6. Might do some again, definitely. I was doing I played the campaign last night. Pretty awesome. Check out that stream last night. That campaign, IGN, dude, they must have got somebody who played like Demon Souls. It's like, yeah, come on, review Battlefield campaign. Dude, that Battlefield campaign was incredible. I'm about halfway through it. It's not super long. About 2.5 hours in, and I think it's like 4 or 5 hours, like 7 to 6. It's like 5 missions. Yo, it is everything. It is awesome. It's just like, go, man. Just destroy everything. The destruction. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. It was incredible what's going on there, and it looks so good. And what I like about it is that it just takes parts of the maps. We're not running on the multiplayer maps. They actually did some unique things in there, which is pretty cool, and unique vehicles as well. Hint, hint. More coming out there. You might be on tonight. Nice. I might be doing Yote tonight, or I might do Arc Raiders. I was all excited I got in the Arc Raiders beta. And I was like, oh, man, I got in there. And then somebody on one of the grinders came out. He's like, everybody's in it. I'm like, oh, man, I thought I was special. I'm not special. There we go. So shout out to everybody. Hit that like button as you're coming on in here, grinders. We're going to cook. And, I'm not going to set a goal. There's no goal. You know what to do. You want to super chat. You want to hit those members. You want to be a VIPs. Music's in the box. Let's go. Let's just go cooking. I'm not setting up this stuff. We got to talk about. So, where do we begin? where do we begin? Well, the ROG Ally Xbox X with the 2 handles and the Xbox button released yesterday. If you watch some of my gaming grinds, and that's why I encourage those gaming grinds, because I kind of give some podcasting stuff like here, like I'm talking like this, Paul playing games. That's basically what it is. So it's almost like a podcast while we play games. So it's pretty fun. So check out the gaming grinds. They're not just like just streaming a game. I don't talk or anything like that. Like it's basically like a podcast while playing games. So I do talk about certain things that you may hear on the show or previews about what I'm gonna do. So one of the things is that I was asking on my show on the stream was like, where is the like we had Legion Go 2, which comes out on October 31st. We had Legion Go 2. Hands-on, people running through the metrics, running through all the performance capabilities of the Legion Go 2 with the OLED 8.8 screen, and that comes out at the end of October. I'm like, where is the hands-on of the Xbox ROG Ally X? And in typical Microsoft Xbox fashion, it was close to home. It was all close to home. They waited for an embargo. And the embargo was like the day before, and then everybody could talk about it, and they had it for about a week or two, but they would not let them release it until the day before it released. And we all know as gamers what happens when you save reviews to be released like the midnight or the 8 hours before release. They had to make sure, because when we saw what the reviews were, the hardware is great, but the Xbox experience is not great. The whole, this is an Xbox, this is our, what? I got him right here.
See Xbox hardware.
Their Xbox hardware. Their Xbox. And we see with the reviews that how many is saying this is not an Xbox, this hardware, this is an app overlay. Exactly what I said in June when they were talking about this thing, even when I was seeing the hands-on. I was like, guys, that's the Xbox app. I even showed it on the channel, the Xbox app booted up. I'm like, that's the same thing as that. This is not, they were saying it's Xbox OS. It's the Xbox OS from the console that's over there. It's a partition. Dude, they were talking crazy. And I'm like, does anybody see what this is? It's just the Xbox app launching first. It's a launcher. That's all it is. Oh, it's going to shut off processes and stuff, and we will see. But that became the thing. So if that got out about an hour, a week before, they could, because you saw all this happen, and it's still going on, and it's going to get worse. That this thing, I think in a week, nobody even talking about it. Similar to their other piece of hardware. Remember their other piece of hardware? What was their other piece of hardware? What was the other thing that this is an Xbox? What was it? Did you remember? Do you remember? Oh, you're gonna hear the keyboard a lot too, so sorry about that. Like the other hardware that was our Xbox hardware, our first venture. Do you remember? What was it? R. Remember R? Another R. What was it? Guess. It starts with an M. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was it? Here it is. They did a whole wire on it. R Xbox Meta Quest. R. Mm-hmm. Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, that. R. Yeah, that thing. Control in the box, month of Game Pass. Another Xbox. And what's crazy is that really this is exactly what the ROG Ally is. It's the Xbox edition of the ROG Ally X. But they didn't call it Xbox edition. Phil said this.
Seen X Xbox hardware, our Xbox Ally hand.
The next Xbox hardware release, they're treating it as if it's their device, their hardware. So people go, oh, it doesn't matter because I'm seeing the deflection. Oh, it don't matter. What do you mean? Who cares if it's an Xbox if it's not an Xbox? Well, when they're running around saying this is an Xbox, if you go read comments, and we'll see, people are confused. They're like, wait, what do you mean this don't play all the games? What do you mean this is a PC? This is their Xbox, right? This is like the Switch. This is like the PlayStation Vita. This is like this is the DS. Like, this is their hardware, right? Their Xbox. They're calling it an Xbox. But it's just a PC. Oh, PC runs in the background, right? This is an Xbox, right? No, it don't play your Xbox library games. It's whatever ones are play anywhere, whatever ones have cross save, whatever ones are in their store. It's like, whoa, wait, what are all these stipulations and stuff? Like, and now people are like, oh, that's not a big deal. It's not an Xbox, just a PC with an Xbox. The problem is, it's not the fans. It's not the people on X. It's not the customer. The problem that I'm going to target here is the company. It's having a $1 trillion company try to glaze an entire audience and the public in something to convince something that it's not. To do what? And that's the most egregious thing out of this whole thing, is that they knew exactly what the limitations were. And I understand you don't want to expose all your limitations and stipulations and all this other stuff in the asterisks. But when you market and you come out,
Seen the next Xbox hardware, our Xbox Ally, where the box is.
and when you do that, knowing that the end product is not going to be what you're marketing, what do you expect is going to happen? Even if you hold reviews to the last day before the release, people are going to get this in their hands and go, dude, this does not do what you are claiming this thing is. Like, what was their end game? What was their plan? To get egg on their face? To get this whole, this is not an Xbox, this is not an Xbox? Like, what are they doing wrong? This is not what it's supposed to be. All these things. It's crazy. It's like, well, what do you think was going to happen? What do you think was going to happen when people get this in their hands and they look at their library and their library is not the same as what's on their console because you told them it's an Xbox? Like, what do you think is going to happen? But exactly what happened. This is not an Xbox. It never was. Microsoft could call whatever it is, but it's not an Xbox. And that's the thing that is the Achilles heel. Just like all these hardware PCs are great. These handheld PCs are great, but guess what's wrong? Windows. Windows brings it down. Well, this thing, hardware is great. Guess what brings it down? The Xbox full screen experience. The thing that they were marketing was going to be a game changer for handhelds. And guess what? Beta test, not ready for prime time. What do you think was going to happen? And then you got the typical, well, this is just the beginning of our journey. Well, then how about you charge me $100, and every time you put an update, I pay you another $100 till we build up to $1,000. I'm not paying $1,000, and I don't think a lot of people are. There's going to be a lot of returns to test out something for $1,000. You were better off offering this Xbox experience on all handhelds and have people give feedback on it before you came out with a device where this was the feature and the main reason why you called it an Xbox. And I've said this so many times before. I've said that Microsoft is like 10 years ahead. This is an Xbox might work out once all the stars align and their cloud and their console is not there and their cloud is there and their controls and everything is unified and Play Anywhere has a whole library of like 10,000 games where you're going to be like hard to find one that's not Play Anywhere. And all this stuff may have came out 10 years from now when you could make a claim this is an Xbox. But right now it is so premature. They're putting the cart before the horse and they look like they're clowns. That's what is going on. Like, they are talking so far ahead that maybe they're talking end game when they haven't even figured out how to, like, they're like, yo, we're gonna get this. They're talking ninth inning when they haven't even thrown the first pitch. And there's a lot of like, oh, this is the journey. Like you had Mr. I Think out there. This is our journey. Come along with us. We're just starting. Like, where's my stuff? Let's go to get some receipts. Because I want some visuals for this. And some visuals for this one. And hey, Ron, you're gonna keep talking, defending this thing. I need you on here the show. I'll invite you here on the Gaming Grindhouse because I gotta hear this. But I think that you need to tone it down, Ron. You love your Switch. You stay with your Switch. Don't do this whole defending Xbox because you're gonna lose. Don't give me this Xbox evolved. Xbox devolved. Devolved. How's Xbox better? How's it better? How does this make Xbox better today when people are reviewing this thing and go, the Xbox part of this sucks ass? Steam OS is better. Steam Big Picture is more mature and better. They have a long way ahead of them. It's nice that they decided to say, hey, we have a problem. But how long is Microsoft going to stay trying to fix it? Because it's a big problem. It's a big problem. And they are so far behind with what Steam is doing already. Even and what's crazy is that I've said this before. They have an OS that works great with a controller, that works great with background updates, that has quick resume, that has, you could download games and play them in the foreground and have it download in the background. You could queue up games to download. You could have quick resume 5 games. You could navigate it all with a controller, invite your friends, go to settings, do all this. And it's sitting on the Xbox console. You have a beautiful controller first operating system. And that thing runs on a kernel of Windows anyway. It's right there. Like, are you blind? The Series X and S have a operating system over 25 years of evolution. That's controller first. That does all this stuff. Why are you abandoning that to say, oh, let's take a web app from our Windows trash ass store and start like doing shit to it? Like that's what they're doing. You have it right there. That's all people want is just that operating system. Whatever you want to do on a PC, that's all they want. You have it all your answers are right in front of you. Are you that embarrassed about your console that you won't even use what's there? And now you're trying to conform a Windows app because the Windows team won't let you do anything with their OS. And this is going to be a problem. That's another thing. The future of this is not going to get fixed. And you want to know why? It's because the Xbox team is at the mercy of the Windows team. And Windows is their bread and butter. You saw what Bill Gates said. You embarrassing me and Windows when they proposed the original Xbox on Valentine's Day Massacre. Windows is their baby. That's their enterprise. That's their AI leadership. That's what they do. And the Windows team is probably they're like, you're not allowed to touch those processes. And maybe the Xbox team is like, yo, can we do this? And like, nope. And this is Windows versus Xbox. And Xbox is going to lose because they're not bringing in the money. And Windows is the bread and butter of everything. So that's why none of these things seem like they're going to get fixed. There may be some tweaks. There may be some ways of optimizing. But in the end game, Windows will win. And Microsoft will make sure that Windows wins. And Xbox will be a couple of people trying to say a certain thing. And they're going to be like, nope, we don't need you anymore either. But this is Xbox versus Windows. This is a company mutiny fighting with each other. That's why I don't know who to blame. But the thing is a lot of these problems are not going to be resolved. They may be tweaked and turned and stuff like that. But due to the inherent nature of what Windows is, there's no future that I see Microsoft kind of like breaking through the Windows wall and going like, now this OS will dual boot and do. And if it does, great on them. Have a dual boot. But again, I don't know what a dual boot OS will look like. My prediction is that Xbox console will exist, but it'll be just kind of a cloud emulation of it. You would click on an Xbox app and say, go to my console, and the console will just pop up, and it'll be a cloud version of the console experience, and you play your console from the cloud, like through the cloud. Because I don't know if they're going to really emulate these games, or they're going to make you do a partition and have an Xbox OS versus a Steam versus a Windows one, because that's not what this is. And if you think that if that was their future, then they will be constantly evolving and updating the Xbox console, because that is something they want to bring over. The fact that they left that abandoned and they're working hard on this Xbox app shows that whatever's on that console is probably legacy and may not happen. They might just say, yeah, just put one of those on a cloud and let them play on it. But the real future is this Windows overlay. But well, let's get into some of the goodies here. Hit that like button. Yes, it's a Windows PC. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with it. You could put, all right, you want to, yeah, we'll start off with like showing what can you do with the XBOX ROG Ally, which they already did. They already put Steam on it. They already erased Windows and put Bazite, Steam on it. TDP works, that's the power of the console. Fan control works. It's basically a super Steam Deck. Dude, one day they already put Steam on the thing. Steam OS, Bazite, running right on the, there you go. And he's already going to do time to compete with the Steam Deck OLED. There you go. And I bet you get better battery life, like they showed with the Legion Go S, a better battery life and better performance, because the Windows bloat is not there. So there's your Xbox ROG Steam Deck. Boom. There you go. Hope you feel better, Lady Gamer. We're going to have some laughs. Don't worry. You're getting ready to test. One day, you're ready to put Bazite on it. So there you go. Hit the Xbox button, open up Steam, which, by the way, that's exactly what it does. So let's go through the Twitterverse grinders. This is going to be fun. Here comes the Gaming Grindhouse tweets. Here we go. So let's start when it came out here. So here's Jason Ronald on launch day. We're proud of the team from all our hard work. While launch is always exciting, today is only the beginning of the journey. We'll continue to listen to the feedback from the community. Many updates still to come. Wow, where did I hear that before, grinders? Halo Infinite is the great journey. We're going to take community feedback and add it. Where's the community feedback line? Oh, yeah. As we try new things, we'll listen closely to the community to understand what players love and what we need to re-examine and go forward. For the first time in the franchise, we're going to really dig in and deliver new experiences for our players. Yeah. Halo launched and they said, oh, this is the beginning of the journey. Wow. Sounds like this. And you want to know what that sounds like? It sounds like it's coming in hot. And that's exactly what happened with the Xbox experience. And that's the thing that I want to focus on, is because the Xbox experience is the thing that Microsoft was bringing to the table. That's why it's their ROG Ally.
The next Xbox hardware. Our
Xbox hardware. That is their contribution, was the Xbox username, the whole friggin' thing, right? The whole Xbox full screen experience. Then,
that man, they just knocked it out of the park with the software.
This is what reviews were doing, grinders. Look at this.
Man, Xbox with Asus and AMD and all of that, man, they just knocked it out of the park with the software, bro. Having that dedicated Xbox button, being able to kind of flow into a full screen Xbox mode, it's just so fire, man, because it really allows you guys to be able to kind of just jump into a whole different way of experiencing, you know, just kind of gaming on this unit, right? And I just tapped into the wrong one that I wanted to do.
You're trying to go back to the Xbox experience.
And if I go to settings, I can switch and go into enter full screen experience mode. And then just like that, man, now I'm
just like that. And this issue has come up a lot because Steam takes over the Xbox button. If you hook up a controller to your PC and hold the Xbox button, it launches Steam Big Picture. You have to go disable it. The problem here was that Steam was open in the background. He hit the Xbox button and it opened up Steam. Good job, Microsoft. So basically, That's just an X input device right now. And they did not do anything special with the programming of the Xbox button. It functions as exactly an Xbox controller, Bluetooth to or hooked up to a PC. That's it. That's what you do with that Xbox button. Dude hits the Xbox button and
Software,
he's
bro.
like, and
Having
it's such a great experience. Let me go
dedicated
right back
Xbox button,
into
being
the
able to
Xbox
kinda
experience to
flow
go get
into
my
a full
Xbox
screen
games.
Xbox mode. It's just so fire, man, because it really allows you guys
Play Night is better,
to
Dog
be
Zone.
able to kind of just jump into
Hit an
a
Xbox
whole
button.
different way of experiencing, you know, just
Steam boots up. Very good. Hit some other videos.
For a week, and for the most part, I'm impressed. But there's one issue, and it's a big issue. It's not really an Xbox. And let me explain to you why. If you have an Xbox Series S or X, and you purchased all of your games on your Xbox console, and you log into this device with your Xbox account, you're not going to be able to play any of your Xbox games because it's technically not an Xbox. It's a PC. You're going to need to buy your games again on the Xbox PC. For me, it's not a big issue because I am a PC gamer. So I buy a lot of my games on Steam. I buy a lot of my games
What about
on
the
other
Xbox
platforms
console
for
player
PC.
who they're mocking
That's
this
where I'm
to?
able to play Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, Rematch, Battlefield, because I bought them on PC. If you bought Battlefield on your Xbox console, you're not going to be able to play it on here because this is a PC. It's not really an Xbox. Now,
Then Mr. Tom Warren comes out after been talking about this whole thing. Dude, Tom Warren comes out and his first article, Tom Warren comes out. There it is. Where's Tom Warren? So the Xbox, oh wait, so he's been roasting the hell out of this thing. Let's see what he says. Tom Warren. Oh, wait a second. Where is he? Over here. So Xbox Ally devices have a customized out-of-box experience, but it's a Windows setup. Dude, that's another thing.
Go through, and it's obviously literally all about handheld stuff. So you got the full screen experience, details on that.
It's a Windows update.
And obviously Game Pass. Normally you'd have details about maybe if it was a Copilot Plus PC, for example, you'd have like recall pop up here and just like...
Dude, they changed the logos on here. Xbox Ally and Ally X review. This is not an Xbox. While these handhelds are comfortable to use, they run Windows and rarely let you forget that. Microsoft Xbox Windows combo needs more work. How does it still need more work when the lovely Sarah Bond, let's watch the glazing video, grinders. Hit that like button. Where is it? No, not that one. Is that the, oh yeah, is that the one? Hold on. I want to see, is this the, no, this is not the one. This is not the one. Where is, I gotta get the Sarah Bond one, where they talked about how they made this thing. It's just a mesh of worlds coming. Like, you gotta hear what she said. It's magical. It's magical. This is the thing that Mr. I Think was talking about. It's crazy. It is absolutely insane that the thing that they hyped up so much that they were going to deliver on, first ever, we are partnering here. We are doing this. Oh, here it is.
Game first Xbox experience.
The familiarity makes a huge difference. It just feels like you are at home.
It's all about putting gaming front and center. We want to make this feel like it's a device that's built for players. That's our whole goal.
Welcome to Xbox Ally.
Electrical thumbsticks, the ABXY. And imagine just pulling that apart and dropping in a full color, rich display to put the game right into your hands.
That's where this project started, bringing the Xbox experience into a handheld category.
Bringing the Xbox experience to a handheld category.
It was so important to us that the experience from both the hardware and software side feel like an Xbox device from the moment when you turn it on.
That's what people.
Excuse me?
120 hertz refresh rate.
What was that?
NVR. The ability to have
An Xbox, it feels like an Xbox. It
buttons, that familiar ergonomic gamepad feel, the ability to have impulse triggers, right?
We have that precision Xbox controller experience, the rumble feedback and the haptics that just feels so natural.
You pick it up, it looks like an Xbox, it feels like an Xbox, it plays like an Xbox.
I love the screen. The screen is absolutely gorgeous.
The screen is the same screen from the ROG Ally. That's 3 years ago.
The color of the buttons.
Electrical thumbsticks, the ABXY. And imagine just pulling that apart.
Hertz refresh rate and
Let's see what she said again.
It was so important to us that the experience from both the hardware and software side feel like an Xbox device from the moment you turn it on.
That's what people love about consoles. Press the power button and play. No configuration necessary. I just want to play.
Feel like an
Dude,
Xbox
this guy-
device from the moment you turn it on.
That's what people love about consoles. Press the power button and play. No configuration necessary. I just want to play games.
So let's take
Yo, JT Campbell, where are you?
Ron.
Press the power button.
Who's
and
this
play.
man?
No
Is this the new Phil Harrison? Mothman? I think that's the new Phil Harrison.
No
Dude, who is this man? JT John Kimball. JT John Kimball. Holy crap, this guy. No configurations?
You have me right. Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals.
No, it's John Kimball. It's real John Kimball. No, this is not the real John Kimball. This is the John Kimball from the movie. That's right. It's John Kimball. I'm John Kimball. I'm here to teach kindergarten. It's not a tumor. This is it. This is I have to go to see. Would you like to see? He's saying right here, he's like, would you like to see my ferret? I got my ferret. He won't bite. It's a little ferret. This is who's this man? JT Kimball, John Kimball. The only John Kimball I know is from Kindergarten Cop. This is something. This is a bogus shit. That is not the real John Kimball. I'm the real John Kimball. Get
Whatever
ready.
your name is, get ready for the
I did
big
the children.
surprise.
I clean. I taught all the children. I'm the real John Kimball. Who's this? This is an imposter. This is a con man.
You have me right. Con men, thieves,
Who's this
degenerates,
man?
lowlifes, thugs, criminals. Put that cookie down now.
Oh.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine.
Who's this man spouting lies about Xbox? Dude, who is this man? John T. Kimball. This guy. No, this is not a real man. No, this guy, yo. Did this guy ever play a game? He's like, no configuration. Dude, it's a PC. What are you talking about, John Kimballness? This is who is this guy? Is this, yo, this is Phil Harrison with glasses on. The Mothman himself. He's back. Dude, I'm sorry if you losing your hair. I losing my hair too. But do not trust bald men who work for Microsoft. That's all I'm saying. Men, dudes without hair, bald men like this. The last one that glazed us with the Xbox One was Phil Harrison. This is his clone, known as John T. Kimball. That's bogus. Who the fuck is this man? John T. Kimball. I'm the real Kimball. Bootleg John Kimball. This guy, no configuration, dude. Yo, this guy blowing smoke up everybody's ass, dude.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Put this thing away. This is not worth it.
Stop it!
That's all I gotta say.
Stop it! Stop it!
Yo, this guy, I gotta hear, man, when you put a visual, dude. Wait, what did this guy say? No configuration. Let's hear.
Experience on the.
Wait, I gotta hear. This is where we're gonna do the A/B test right here. Let's listen to John Kimball bootleg.
Love about consoles? Press the power button and play. No configuration necessary. I just want to play games.
So let's take them
Well, that's not what this device is. Let's hear about it. Oh, wait, let's hear about Sarah Bond glaze. Hold on, Sarah Bond's gonna glaze us a little bit more before we go into this.
to games. Let's take them straight to Xbox. Let's take them straight into what they want to do. You know that amazing moment when the Nexus comes up on the screen and you know you're about to have a fun time? Let's bring that to handheld.
Oh man, there's Mr. I think, yo, this is just the gift that keeps on giving. Here we go. Let's hear about, now let's do reality. Let's get out of Microsoft land with bootleg John T. Kimball.
Okay, this is just one of the many reasons why I don't think the Xbox app and this experience on the Xbox Ally handheld is quite ready yet. So today is Friday, October 17th. That means that Keeper has been released today.
What do you mean it's not ready yet? What do you mean it's not ready yet? Dude was telling me I just press a button, no configurations, and we're ready to go. And now he's going to show an Xbox game running on this thing. Let's see.
So I'm on the Xbox
brand new game. Let's see.
X, and I'm thinking, okay, let's go download this. So as you can see, search, right? I'm going to press Y to search. Cool. Okay, let's search. Bring up the keyboard. Okay, let's type in Keeper. It's not even putting it into the search box. Like, I don't even know what is happening here. So I'm like, okay, let's back out.
Sarah, you said about bringing the games to us. This is your game, Keeper, and Tom Warren can't find it with the search bar on your ROG Ally X.
Seen the next Xbox hardware, our Xbox Ally hand.
Wait, let's go back. What did Sarah Bond say? Sarah Bond said that she wants this to be. Wait. You just turn it on and have some fun. She says. Pause.
That amazing moment when the Nexus comes up on the screen and you know you're about to have a fun time. Let's bring that to handheld.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's see what's happening here. He can't find your game. He can't find. Hit that like button, Grinders. I'm gonna get that super chat. Hold on.
Let's try and search through touch instead. Like, cool. There you go, Keeper. Buy for £24.99. I have an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription. The game's been out for 40 minutes now, and for some reason in the Xbox PC app, it's telling me to buy it instead of allowing me to download it onto PC. So, very confused. But I think this is just.
So it didn't work when he searched with the joystick. He had to use the touchpad to search, and then when he finds it, it says that he has to buy it. Doesn't that similar to the experience that I had live when I had to Master Chief Collection was there, and it said I have it, but it said I don't have it because it's not Xbox Play Anywhere. He has Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and it's telling him to still buy it. Now, it'll let you buy it, right? We'll take your money. Are you trying to trick people? Like, let's not make game. This is your game in Game Pass on your Xbox console, handheld, in your app, and it is not telling people they own what they got already. This is all your shit. This is not Steam. This is not PlayStation, not Nintendo. This is your store, your game, your device. And this is how wonderful it is after they did this whole thing. There he is. I think John T. Kimball, bootleg John Kimball.
Xbox. Let's take them straight into
play games.
So let's take them to games.
Let's see. What did John Kimball say again?
Love about consoles. Press the power button and play. No configuration necessary. I just want to play games.
Tom Warren just wants to play games. Do bootleg. The fucking bootleg. Who the fuck is this John T. Kimball bootleg?
Yes, I would like to have a refund.
So let's take them to games. Let's take them straight to Xbox.
He just wants to play Keeper, Sarah Bond. He just wants to play Keeper. Your game.
Just one of many reasons why this app is just not ready on these handhelds or just on the PC gaming side in general.
How is this app not ready? How is this app not ready? This is the question of the day. I ask the hard questions. How is this app not ready? They've been showing this thing. Handheld. What happened to everybody with their handheld in June? And they got the green background. They were all invited. Everybody playing it. They come back. They go, this is an Xbox. I played Xbox's handheld. I played an Xbox handheld. I played Microsoft's next hardware. I played this. They all came back. They had the green screens with the Xbox thing there, and they're playing it. They're like, oh, I played Gears on it. All this shit. I'm like, oh, okay. You played it. This sounds like a Redfall thing. Colt Eastwood, who played the game, said it was wonderful, and then comes out, the game was face down, ass up in the ET hole. What happened? What did you play? This is the glaze that I'm talking about. These people go out there, they touch the thing, and you think they're going to come back and tell you their honest opinion on it. Instead, they read the PR pack. Well, I wasn't allowed to capture gameplay. Here's the gameplay they provided to me. Oh, I was only allowed to walk in the left lane. I can't go to the right. I couldn't turn the volume on. I couldn't hit the Xbox button. They don't disclose that shit. They just go, it was wonderful. I played their Xbox. It's wonderful. So how the fuck is this thing launched $1,000 out of your pocket, and this thing is acting, you can't even search for games? This is their Xbox experience. This is the Xbox experience. This is what they are talking about in their video. This is their shit. This is what I mean. If we had more critical media, if we had real people out there who ask stuff and stop pussyfooting around and just want to be gifted shit, maybe they wouldn't be able to get away with this stuff. But unfortunately, we got a bunch of just whipped up people, glazed and confused, who just want to get free shit, and they will cap and be as fake as they are as long as they get invited to the next event and maybe get one for preview. That's what it is. Now, while we're fortunate with this time around, is that Microsoft, this is out of their glaze zone. Grinders, I got something to say right here. And this is what I do like. PC gamers, hear me out. I am happy because they are reaching far beyond their glaze zone. We have Steam Deck users. We have people that were played on the original ROG. We got PC gamers. The glaze zone has reached its limit. They could keep their 30 million console diehards, FanFest, wear a jersey, kiss Phil Spencer's ass, wipe Matt Booty's ass, and do all that stuff. But once you start reaching out, because I've seen reviewers that I watch for my handheld reviews, for my PC reviews, for things when I want to buy something, I see these dudes popping up and they're reviewing this thing. And that's where they're outside the Microsoft glaze zone because they have reviewed these things. They're a handheld PC channel, and they're not falling for this shit. They're like, oh, wow, this sounds great, Microsoft. Can't wait to try it. And then, boom. So Microsoft, that's why you're seeing so much of this stuff, because you're getting real handheld enthusiasts, because it is a very enthusiast, very small market, this handheld PCs. I have them all. I play them all. I use them all. I got another one I'm coming in right now. We're going to do an unboxing, another one. We're going Steam. We're going to do something special. But I'm telling you right now, they're outside the glaze zone. They can't keep the glaze strong with, like, you know, your circle jerk of people that go out and sit around a table and get rooftop parties. This is beyond that. And that's why you're seeing the criticism right now for this app, because they thought this was something where Windows is going to step up and compete against Steam OS, and we're going to get a better handheld experience, because Windows has been the Achilles heel of PC handhelds. And they half-baked it.
We've put so much work ahead to make this much more.
What was that, Tom Warren?
Work ahead.
And he's within the glaze zone. He's within the glaze zone, and he's saying this shit. So, like, this is the other thing. People within the glaze zone are actually saying this stuff. Zapmondo, hint, hint. Hint, hint, Zapmondo. Zapmondo, you know what's going on in the gaming grindhouse. Hint, hint.
So much work ahead to make this much more.
They got what? Wait a second. So much work ahead. So much. Wait a second. I got to go to another clip. We got to go to another video. I told you you're going to get this keyboard. Where is it? Oh, I need this one. That one video. I need that video. And where is he? Where's Jason Ronald at CES talking about Xbox handheld? Where is it? It was at CES, wasn't it? Oh, here it is. Was it January? The hell's that? There we go. January 9th. Holy crumbuns. Xbox handheld console could be revealed later this year.
You're my #1 customer.
Here it is. Microsoft continues to tease gamers about an Xbox handheld that has promised to be shared later this year. Microsoft VP of Next Generation, Jason Ronald, shared new Xbox handheld news with The Verge. He says right here, we've been really innovating a long time in the console space. And as a partner close to the industry, it's really about how to bring those innovations we incubated of the console space to bring them to PC. It's bringing the best of Xbox and Windows together. We have spent the last 20 years building a world-class operating system, but it's really locked to console. Quote, that was a quote. What we are doing is really focus on how do we bring those experiences for both players and developers to a broader ecosystem. Quote, we're focused on really simplifying that, making it more like a console experience. Our goal is to put the player and their library at the center of the experience. Not all the Windows work you have to do today. Keep those little nuggets in the back of your mind as we continue through this journey of Philness. Ronald comments suggest that Microsoft could focus on turning the current Windows handhelds, and Legion goes into portable Xboxes. January 9th. Tom Warren on October 17th can't find the Xbox game on their Xbox console handheld experience.
So I'm on the Xbox Ally X and I'm thinking, okay, let's go download this. So as you can see, search, right? I'm going to press Y to search. Cool. Okay, let's search. Bring up the keyboard. Okay, let's type in Keeper. It's not even putting it into the search box. I don't even know what is happening here. So I'm like, okay, let's back out. Let's try and search through touch instead. Like, cool. There you go, Keeper. Buy for £24.99. I have an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription. The game's been out for 40 minutes now, and for some reason in the Xbox PC app, it's telling me to buy it instead of allowing me to download it onto PC. So, very confused. But I think this is just one of many reasons why this app is just not ready on these handhelds, or just on the PC gaming side in general. They've got so much work ahead to make this a much more fluid experience. And yeah, I hope they're going to do it. Also, one thing on this search stuff, actually, whilst I'm here, if we get rid of, let me try and get rid of this.
Oh, look how wonderful it works.
Let me try and delete it from here.
Look.
Okay, so let's go back to like a fresh...
Dude, he can't get rid of the search bar. Look at this, Jank. Look at this. Look at this.
If we get rid of... Let me try and get rid of...
He's trying to back out. Look at this experience. Console experience.
It's not even working. Let me try.
Are you touch screening your console?
Okay. So let's go back to like a fresh home screen. Is if you go up...
Do you see how many clicks it took to him to get rid of the search bar?
The search bar, right? And if you go down and start seeing these trending things, you'll notice that if I press B to get out of it, I have to press B again. It's just another thing that's just slightly weird about the Xbox full screen experience. And also in the game bar, I'll tap the Xbox button to get into it, and then I'll tap right. And you'll notice it didn't do anything. I had to do it twice. Just all these weird little bugs that are going on with this full screen experience. It's just not ready. It's shipped far too early, and it's just that I know these things are small, but they kind of all add up. So, but yeah.
Yeah, you want to know why they add up? Because they're doing this.
Let's take them straight into what they want to do. You know that amazing moment when the Nexus comes up on the screen and you know you're about to have a fun time? Let's bring that to handheld.
Everything's coming together across the silicon, across the hardware, across the operating system to really deliver that Xbox first experience that players have been asking for. The full gameplay experience that you expect on a PC or a console, it's now available in your hands. The Xbox Ally is designed...
Excuse me? Do you hear? Does that sound like something where you got to press B twice to get stuff back? Does that sound like something where you turn on that Xbox button and you have to hit that thing twice? You want to know why? I'll tell you why. There's no magic behind this thing. You want to know why? Is because the Xbox app is just emulating a keyboard control. That's why. And the system confuses between keyboard input, between touch, between the controller input. That is why. It's because Windows sucks. And this thing is running on Windows. If this was just a thing where, like, it just took over, like a Steam something, and even that's the craziest thing. Steam Big Picture Mode runs this light times better within Windows. That's what's crazy, is that Steam is able to do it with their Big Picture Mode and turn their storefront into an incredible controller first experience. But Microsoft is using web apps, an app from that piece of shit Windows store, and then trying to emulate controller over the mouse. Like, I could do it live. I've done it live so many times before. I've shown you exactly the problem. Like, yeah, look, you see what he's doing? Watch this. I'll do it again. I don't give a shit. We'll do it again. I got to hone on and in on this. Look at this. Do I have a ROG Ally X grinders? No. This is a Windows PC. The same thing. Look, the same thing that we're showing over here. I got it right here. Let's do it again. It's exactly what everybody has right here. You saw how he's navigating that. Watch my keyboard. Ready? Watch my keyboard. I am using the directional keys. And what Tom Warren doesn't realize is that in order to back out of this search bar right here, you don't hit B, you hit back. You got to go back. You got to go over every single selectable item. I've shown this before. Look. You hear me hitting the buttons. Dude, here. Here's my library. Look at this. Here's my library. Hey, Gears 5, how you doing? Let's go see what you're doing.
Now, whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
Uh-oh, look, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I can't get out. Now I hit escape. Oh, now I'm out. But do you see? This is all they're doing. This is not a controller-first environment. This is a PC app that they're trying to use the controller as if it's the directional pads. You see? Look. Is this the Xbox experience? Is this? Did I wait for this stuff? I'm doing it all now. Like, I don't give a shit. Look. See? It's nothing. Like, this is what I mean. People are acting like this is revolutionary. The way they're talking about it. The way this is not my job. Look. This is not my job. Look. Let's see. Keep her in here. Now I'm going to use my keyboard and mouse. Look. Look how nice it works with keyboard and mouse. Oh, look. Keep us right there. In Game Pass. Oh, it works. Look. Performance check not available. How wonderful. Your game launches today and you don't have that wonderful Steam. Does it work on a Steam Deck? Their performance thing that they announce. Like, this shit ticks me off. Like, it's ridiculous. Because look, Tom Warren said back here when it launched, see, Grinded, I told you, it's receipt time, man. It's gonna be Christmas morning with receipts. Here, look, he said it right here. He said it right here on. I got it right here. He's like, Microsoft is rolling out. What are they rolling out? I liked it right back here. Mind the scrolling. Here, look. Where was it? It was Tom Warren's first tweet. Yeah. Xbox Ally X. This is, oh, no, not that one. This one. Microsoft has started tagging games with the Xbox Handheld Compatibility Program. Handheld optimized games will get a green indicator. Performance check not available yet. So is this because not a handheld? Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad that they don't have performance checks yet. But there you go. This is the Xbox experience. It's the same friggin' app. There's no special operating system on this thing. Nothing. There's no special anything on this thing. It is basically the Xbox app. All it does is that it turns off some startup processes. That's all it does. And we'll get into that as well. Got receipts for that as well. But what drives me crazy is the glaze that goes on where this is something bigger, that the industry starts talking like them rather than talking about what this really is. And let me get to these super chats there. But you heard Mr. I think.
You expect on a PC or silicon, across the hardware, across the operating system, to really deliver that Xbox first experience that players have been asking for. The full gameplay experience that you expect on a PC or a console, it's now available in your hands.
How many of these videos are we going to do? We did it with the Series X and Project Scarlet. We did it with the Project Scorpio, where they do these things talking about this stuff, and it is like over-promising, talking about this incredible marketing spiel, and when it comes out, it lands flat on its face, and people are just discouraged, like, you know, dude, they're like, what the hell was this build as? That's why I say, like, why doesn't the industry and the media, when they do these videos, when they send them out there to get hands-on, why aren't they a little more skeptical given the history of what they have done, especially in the gaming fluffing that they've been done? And there should be a little bit more critique when they go out there rather than just being glazed and coming back. Because come on, guys, how much did they came back from that June showcase, and they came back and it was everybody, this is an Xbox. I played on an Xbox handheld. Microsoft's first handheld. This is something revolutionary. This Xbox app is revolutionary. That's why I'm going so hard on this, because they all came back glazed and confused. And I sat there going, dude, it's the same thing. What are they doing differently? What are they doing here? Oh, it's an Xbox OS. Xbox OS? It's going to be a dual boot? How's it going to work? I don't know, but it's an Xbox special OS. This is the Xbox handheld. They came back, and I'm like, yo, what did they feed you over there? They feed you some shrooms or some shit? Like, what did you eat over there? You came back talking in tongues. Phil. What are they must be doing something over there. Are they dosing you up or some shit? What are they doing? All of them. And now all of them are like, oh, well, it's not really an Xbox. It's a PC with an... dude, it was that back in June when they showed it. You're the dopey bastard that thought it was something else. And you played on it. I didn't. The Grindhouse here didn't play on it. We knew exactly what it was. It's exactly the thing that's on the PC that supposedly you game on. Like, dude, it's right there. It's right here. It's the same thing. It's not even the Xbox interface. It's the freaking Xbox app. Why would you go there and come back like, oh, this is something special? It's this. They oiling them up. But like, I don't know what the hell they're doing over there. I don't know what they're feeding them. Glassdoor game with the 5, it goes, Jez, Bazite is a Linux distro that's like Steam OS but goes further and has more up-to-date hardware stack. Linux devs make it better stuff than Microsoft and more optimized. Exactly, Glassdoor. Liquid Data says, can you buy games on it from different stores? Yes, and that's another fun thing too. That's why the Steam thing started up, because you could go to other stores, and I'm going to talk about that as well. But I'm just showing the jank that has come in these reviews here. Pause on the stuff. Here's the out-of-box experience.
There's this sort of Windows update screen here. You can go
Windows update screen. Wait, we're not done, grinders. Let's keep cooking. Let's keep going. What's this one? Let's hear this one. You want to hear some videos? Watch this. Here's some videos for you. Let's hear that. Jason Ronald.
It's absolutely insane that the Xbox ROG Ally doesn't play your Xbox games. Oh, but you can play Game Pass. The Steam Deck does it Game Pass. Any other handheld does Game Pass. What's the point of getting the Xbox branded one if the games that you buy on your Xbox doesn't transfer to the Xbox branded ROG Ally? What are we doing here? It's almost comical at this point how much Xbox and Microsoft keep shooting themselves in the foot with the Xbox brand. The ROG Ally already exists on its own and can play Game Pass. You can access Game Pass and Steam. So what did Microsoft do? Just slap the Xbox Xbox logo and its button layout onto this handheld device. It just doesn't make any sense because, sure, PlayStation does similar things and the Porto is a strange device, but at least it's priced appropriately. And the frustrating thing is that I know they didn't just slap the logo onto this ROG Ally. They actually invested some resources in optimizing the Windows OS, or the Windows-based OS, on the Ally for gaming in particular. This was Microsoft's Xbox handheld. Play your games anywhere, you know, access Game Pass, just not the games that you've already purchased on your Xbox using your Microsoft account directly. It's comical.
Gemstones of juicy glazed
Yep, they got glazed.
Oh,
Jank.
and it's sad, and it doesn't really provide a reason for people to recommend a pretty expensive handheld when the market has plenty of other handhelds at a lower price that can perform similarly. Maybe not all the way, but close enough. Just get a Steam Deck. Congrats if you're picking one up.
Boom.
Here's a not-so-hot take from a former Game Pass Ultimate subscriber who now has Game Pass Premium because I purchased an Xbox Asus Ally ROG today, ROG X, and it comes with 3 free months of Game Pass Premium. Game Pass Premium has nothing on it that you're going to want to play. I went ahead and signed up and got my free 3 months, and every single thing that I wanted to install and play, I was basically told you have to upgrade your subscription to Ultimate. Premium is a waste of money. Do not get it. You have been warned.
That's another Phil Ness. Phil, what do you have to say? So remember how they changed Xbox? Remember that they changed the Xbox nomenclatures, Xbox Ultimate, Xbox Premium? Well, every PC that you would buy, you would get 3 months of PC Game Pass. That's how I have it, because I got my laptop and I got 3 months of free PC Game Pass. And you activate it. And if you get any computer device, you'll activate it. However, with this ROG Ally, they're not giving PC Game Pass. And the difference is that PC Game Pass gives you games day one. Like, that's why I could play Keeper, because I got Game Pass 3 months, came with my laptop, activated it, and I have Keeper. I have it until November. Then, after that, you pay $16 a month. Now, they're throwing in Xbox Premium, which Xbox Premium does not include day one games. So now, with your PC, with this gaming device, they're not giving you PC Game Pass day one. They're giving you Xbox Premium, which gives you the middle tier, which gives you the ones that get games, not Call of Duty, remember the asterisk, not Call of Duty, over a year. That is their core, their middle one. So that's what they're giving away. They're not doing PC Game Pass, which makes me think that next year they're going to drop that PC Game Pass, because that thing is day one games. They're going to make you go Ultimate, Premier, Premium, or Basic. So there you go. Another Phil Ness move. Everybody kept tabs on when Microsoft was consumer friendly, right? I don't see the same people talking about how they just got glazed again. They just got screwed again, because now you're not getting day one Game Pass with your PC, with your gaming device. Now you're getting 3 months of not day one games. Boom. Phil.
Black Ops 6 day one Game Pass. Black Ops 6.
Sounds slimy to me.
Some people said I wouldn't do that. Yeah, most people in this room have probably been used to spending
Somebody got to get paid. Get the money back.
Year. Now, if they're already subscribing to Game Pass,
and
good to go.
But it's a choice. Like, we didn't say to anybody, you have to subscribe to play. If you want to buy Black Ops, it's great.
It's a choice.
It's great for us. It's great for the developer.
They're making your choice.
It's also great. Like, I want to give you the choice on how you play your games and who you play with, and not try to do slimy platform things to force you to do what I want you to do.
Well, sounds pretty slimy. Sounds slimy to me.
You're my #1 customer.
Here's another review. Yo, Noelle, thank you so much for the 10. He goes, if it waddles like a duck, quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, it's a friggin' duck. It's a PC handheld. That's fine, fanboys. Nobody is salty or jealous. We're fatigued about all the gaslighting. Exactly. And Noelle, I'll even take it further in that it's not even the gaslighting from the Xbox fans, which I'll talk a little bit about that. Actually, well, since you brought up the super chat, I'll talk about it right this second. You know, what I find is very funny is so many videos on X, and I'm not sure you saw this as well, everybody just got the ROG Ally X Xbox, and they're playing. Oh, look how it plays Spider-Man. Look how it plays God of War. Like, are these people really spending $1,000 to get Twitter engagement to be like, look, I'm playing a Sony PlayStation game on PC on my $1,000 ROG Ally to try to get a W? Like, are these people that desperate for a W? Like, is it really? Because I think it's friggin' pathetic, man. That's how bad Xbox is, that these guys are going to go out, spend $1,000, put Spider-Man on there, and look and try to get their engagement on there. And actually, I thought it was the fanboys. Like, I don't know. I thought it just was the fans, but apparently, you know, he left his dream job. He left his dream job there. Here's how Spider-Man runs if you're not grifting. You know what I find is so funny? Is all the games that are in Game Pass. I haven't seen one person with their ROG Ally Xbox boot up Avowed. Boot up South of My Balls. South of Midnight. Doom. Dudes are playing old-ass PlayStation games on their $1,000 machine that they spent out there because they want to make sure that they get some engagement. They're like, ooh, this will trigger somebody. Nobody give a fuck about Avowed. That's why. But you would think with all these 400 games that they got in Game Pass that they love, and Game Pass, oh, the best value in the world, Game Pass, that they will play a fucking game from fucking Game Pass. Don't you think? I think. I didn't see one person talk about, look at Avowed. Look at the Game Pass library running on the ROG Ally Xbox.
Oh, and second on
they're going in for Steam as well.
12 minutes late. They're all on Game Pass. Some of them are like a Requiem. What's the first?
Play one of your 400 fucking games for $30 a month. That's the whole reason why you're buying this shit, because guess what? You could play Spider-Man on a fucking Steam Deck, dopey. So what are you doing? Where are your Xbox games on your Xbox ROG Ally X? Even the we're going to boot up God of War. We're going to boot up Spider-Man. Here's Ghost of Tsushima on it. I'm like, it's a Game Pass. What about Game Pass? What happened about Game Pass? Where's Avowed? Where's Doom? Put Doom on that shit. Let's see how that runs. That's more challenging. Not old-ass PlayStation games to what? To get a rise? Somebody poking something out their pants? Pause! You want to get a rise out of people? Get that engagement? Get that little blue check?
Goggle my balls in your jaw. This is the real.
God damn, I play True Virgil song. Shit. Let me show you Spider-Man on the... man, that's not even an Xbox button. That's an Xbox tramp stamp. They wouldn't even allow a round button. But I don't know. Have anybody, Grinders, have you seen Avowed or anything? Anything? All I've seen on the ROG Ally is freaking Spider-Man. That's all I've been seeing. Nobody playing games from this year? Nobody playing games from this year. Changing up. It's changing up the game. It'll be nice seeing somebody playing something from Game Pass. No, nobody playing Game Pass. Exactly. And it's from Steam as well. Oh, yeah, that's Xbox. Oh, dude, that's, yeah. Hey, man. You got to make the money for the cookies. They're not selling Xbox in stores anymore. Now he has to champion the handheld. It's already getting returned. Dusty bin.
Time to make the cookies.
So many L's, dude. There's so many L's going on here. It's so pathetic. Like, you know, speaking about games, speaking about games, you know what's pretty crazy is that if this really was their Xbox handheld, their Xbox branding, their console, you know what one criticism that I haven't heard, and I'm sure you haven't either. Get ready. I'm sure somebody in the chat will say what it is, but I'll beat you to it. What are the launch games for this device? Where's that must-play game? Where is the console seller? What's their lineup? What's coming out? Like, what games do I play first on this device? Yet again, Microsoft launches hardware, talks about hardware, does a whole ass video about hardware, but not talking about their games and what their lineup is. Isn't it funny? It's their Xbox, their console. Nobody asking about what's the launch game? What is the must-play game on this device? Like you have with any kind of console launch. What's their launch lineup? Silksong was supposed to be it. It came out last month. What happened? But yet again, more hardware, just like the One X with no Crackdown 3, just like the Series X with no Halo. Now we got the ROG Xbox Ally with fucking nothing. Spider-Man on Steam. Dude, you could have did that 3 years ago. Spider-Man on Steam. Why did you buy this? Where's their lineup? Microsoft is... look, here are all the
The
work.
Xbox Ally is designed to be your great portable gaming companion, allowing you to bring your entire library of games with you on the go.
Same bullshit. Play your old games better. That's how they sold the One X. How did they sell the Series X? Play your old games better. Play your whole library of games. What fucking library? Why don't you show me? This is a gaming device. Where are the games? What are the games that you are offering that you built for mobile in mind? Wouldn't it be incredible? And what's so crazy, Grind, is I'm going to tell you what the craziest scoop is to all this. Hit that like button, please. Let's get over 100 likes. We got over 200 people in here cooking on a Friday. Let me tell you something. Know what's incredible? They actually have some games coming out around this thing, and they are so blind. This is what I mean. Just like the video, they're talking about this device like it's going to do wonders, and it comes out like jank shit with their OS. They actually have games this time. They have a Ninja Gaiden coming out. They had Keeper. They have Call of Duty on the horizon. Why are those games not being tailor-made to be specially run on this device? Wow, why don't they make that game kind of like in the Xbox store, have a console optimized version? Why don't they run that game and kind of say, these are the games that we recommend you buy for this thing? They never associated the games with the device since it was their console. And they actually have games. That's the sad part about it. It's not like previous time where they had no games. Halo was delayed, there was nothing else. They actually had some games around the launch here. And they could have used the games as sort of, here's our launch lineup and Game Pass for this. Like, do I got to do their marketing for them? But you people buy the games. But they're not doing this. Instead, they just throw the device out there, say it's a beta, whatever the fuck. Would you ship that? And then just let it rot. And here comes the key. Like, they are so focused on more about where you're going to play, who you're going to play, where, when, how, and never, ever the what. The reason why the Portal is played, you want to know why? Because the games that PlayStation releases, the games that people want to play, and they want to play it when they're away from their console. It's the games. It's not the device. The device needs the internet. Do you give a shit about the internet if there's a game you don't want to play? That's the problem. They are never focused on the games, the lineup. This is now the third hardware that they have released. If you want to call it an Xbox, all you fuckers want to call it an Xbox, let's treat it like a motherfucking Xbox. It's an Xbox console. This is the third console they released with no games. No launch lineup games from them. Nothing. They didn't even mention it or even do anything about it. They willing to put another hardware console out. Our Xbox. Where are the launch games? Where's that must-play killer app? I didn't see the word killer app ever. Meanwhile, the PS5 Pro gets announced, and it's like, what are you going to play on it? What's that? Uh-huh. Where's their launch lineup? This is a launch of a new product. A new Xbox. Where is it? Keep us a 78 on Metacritic, or whatever. There you go. Enjoy your launch lineup. Wonderful. But they didn't. But the crazy thing is they actually could have associated games with the device. It's a gaming machine. Why don't you talk about a lineup of games like you really do a console launch? Nope. Play your library. Play your who? What? Who?
Just a super flexible device. It's going to give me a great balance in terms of the battery life and the performance. It also has fantastic cloud playing experiences built into it.
It gives you...
It has cloud playing experiences built into it. Dude, that guy looked like this guy looked like he was in a lineup right here. It looked like they said, dude, read these lines. Do not deviate like a deer in headlights. This guy don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Actually, I don't even know what he is. Look at his name.
Life and the performance. It also has...
Who is this guy? Like, who are these people? I don't know if they're real people.
It's just a super flex...
Dave Kearney Xbox. Who this? Does he have a title? Let me look. I got to do research now. What does he do? Who are you? Huh? 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 Is that him? Why, when I look up Dave Kearney, they give me the Irish rugby player? Who this? Hit that fucking like button. What are we doing here? What is going on? Dude, did they just get this? Who is this guy? He's a former Irish rugby player. Is it him? But he works at Xbox. Why does this happen to me, Grinders? Why when I ask the hard questions? Why? Oh shit! John Kimball, like Kearney from Temu. Why? Why when I ask the hard questions, I get these answers? I think I scare myself. I just want to know who this is. They just say Dave Kearney Xbox. He's telling me all these wonder. Oh, here he is. Woo, the wrong. The first oh, he's the GM of game consoles. Oh, shit. He's the GM. Why don't you put his title next to him? He's the GM of game consoles. Oh, man. Let's see how long he's been there. Man, oh, man. Never take the first search. Yo, I was just like, he's a rugby player. I'm like, is that him? I was like, what is this? Oh, shit. What do you do here, sir? I need to know, what do you do here? He's the, oh my God, dude, this guy, yo, this poor guy, man. I like to know what happens to him. Oh no. Oh no. Dude, he's the, I don't know what could be worse of the VP of Next Gen from Mr. I Think, but man, oh man, this guy got him beat. This guy is the GM of game consoles. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's a dead end roll right there.
Like Zoid.
He's a game master. Oh no. Yo, the GM of game consoles and the VP. Dude, that's so generic. And they got the VP of next gen and the GM of game consoles. Oh, no. I can't ask the.
He plays the flute of Phil.
Oh, no.
Every turn he makes, the melodies a thrill.
Oh, my.
With the bassoon in hand and a side flute too.
Oh, no. Dude, I haven't seen this guy. He's the GM of game consoles, and I haven't seen this guy at one of the Xbox events at all. Why are people not taking pictures with him? Why are people taking pictures with Sarah? Why are they not taking pictures of him? He's the GM of game consoles. Dude, he's Mr. Console. This is Mr. Console himself. He leads the Xbox game console project management. Yo, I got some questions for you. What's going on at Costco? What's going on over at Target?
I don't know. I'd have to go look at that.
Dude, these are placeholders. I have no clue, dude. I have the passion of creating and launching V1 products. Oh, no. Well, why people don't want to take pictures of you? Why are they not asking, I want to take a picture of, he's Mr. Xbox. He's the box. He's the console guy. I don't see any of the influencers taking pictures with him. Why is he not at the events? He's Mr. Xbox. He's the GM of game consoles. That's who you want to take a picture with. Why is it Phil? Why is it Sarah? I want the console guy. General Motors. Why is this guy not taking pictures? Why is he not at Fan Fest? Where was he in Tokyo? Why is this man not in Tokyo? He was on their sizzle reel talking about game. Let's hear what the GM of game consoles at Xbox. Who's gonna tell him? Not me.
Flexible device. It's going to give me a great balance in terms of the battery life and the performance. It also has fantastic cloud playing experiences built into it.
It gives you.
Oh man, man, I don't know, man. Maybe that's why he don't go. Dude, that guy don't sound very convincing, does he? Does he sound very convincing? Because he's not convincing me. Yo, I know what's wrong. Dude, they gave him this. They gave him the
XBOX Glazed and the Glazing Xbox Discord to spread PlayStation fun.
The Xbox Glazed and the Glazed.
No, they glazed them up for this interview. There's cloud built into it. We got some cloud. What are you? You're the GM of consoles. I had no clue, man. I don't know what he said. He's like, humana. They're like, yo, you're the GM of game consoles, dude. This is the next foray. Let's hear about it.
Games with you on the go.
It's just a super flexible device. It's going to give me a great balance in terms of the battery life and the performance. It also has fantastic cloud playing experiences built into it.
It gives you all the.
He don't sound very happy about this thing. Maybe he knows that this is the end of his Xbox console. Fantastic cloud play. Cloud's built into it. How's it built into it? Is there a special cloud chip that I don't know about? John Wayne, is there a special cloud chip? Somebody in the chat, tell me. Is there a chip? Is there a special Satya chip that has cloud on it? How's cloud built into it? I need to know. He says cloud is built into this thing. Dude, I need some answers.
Is built into it.
It gives you.
Cloud is built into it. There's some chip that I don't know about. AMD, you got some secret chip? Fucking, there's no chocolate chip. Dude, I don't know what chip he's talking about. He's a T-Glazer. Dude, this is wild shit, man. He didn't convince me. Oh, man. Noelle at the 2, she goes, I personally call it the ROG box. Yo, just like X-Bone, they call it the ROG box. Oh, man. Manuel says he's fake. Oh, he's a fake. He's AI. He's Satya AI. Oh, man. What's up, Jez and Grinders? Thank you, Menials. I appreciate it. Is he convincing you to buy one?
All of the performance that you seek for AAA gaming, wonderful length of battery life, given the new efficient processor it has and large battery size.
If you've played a console, this is what you'd expect it to be. Use your Game Pass to get games, remote play to your console. It's a very familiar experience.
The Xbox.
Yeah. What? Dude, Joe Wheeler? Who are these people? Who's Joe Wheeler now? Joe Wheeler. Dude, they're pulling people out of there. Phil, who are these people? Joe Wheeler. Because I need to know where these people are when they tell all their lies. Xbox. What does he do? He is... Who is he? Who are you? What do you do? Yeah, they all got to be LinkedIn. Satya makes sure. Who is this guy? Who are you? Huh? What do you? Huh? He don't even... Dude, here he is right here. Who is this guy? He don't even have a title. I love designing, building digital experiences, collaborating, and getting stuff done. I love tough challenges. I'm a British and U.S. citizen in Seattle. And his experience, he's a senior director of design. It doesn't say he works for Xbox. That they got him do Xbox. That's him. That's not no rugby player. Who are these people spreading lies? What is he doing here? Dude, they just grabbed anybody off the streets. Like, come in here, read the lines. How do you know what people want from console? That's why you know they're bogus asses. Like, listen to this.
Given the new efficient processor it has and large battery size.
If you've played a console, this is what you'd expect it to be.
If you played a console, it's what you expect it to be. Dude, is that what everybody got yesterday? Is that what everybody got yesterday? If you played a console, it's what you expected it to be. Is that what everybody got?
Their own marketing for this, in all caps, says this is an Xbox, and it's not. It's a PC. And what we don't want to have happen is for people to see that marketing screamed at them in all caps that this is an Xbox, and to buy one thinking that they're going to be able to play Grand Theft Auto 6 in May on it, because you're not, because there's no PC version of GTA 6.
Like zoinks.
And their own trailers, their own marketing for...
Does it sound like what everybody got? Man, Seamus Blackley, the guy who created the original Xbox. It's actually just a branded laptop with joysticks. 29-year-old me is rotting in the streets. They said, what do you mean the new Xbox handheld comes with Microsoft Teams and OneDrive? Installed, dude. Dude, the ROG Ally. What? And who's this man? Wheeler. Who are you, Wheeler?
Large battery size.
If you've played a console, this is what you'd expect it to be.
It's a console you expect it to be. Dude, they got Teams and OneDrive installed on the Asus Xbox ROG Ally. Listen.
Bass is fucking raw! Shit! Raw! No
what
chicken!
Do they do?
It's raw!
They have enough time to make their stupid videos and tour the world with this ROG Ally X.
Raw! Fuck off!
But they can't.
By the way, it's raw.
They don't understand. Maybe that's why they Mr. Carr, maybe. She is. But I don't care. You lying. She lying. Teams and OneDrive are installed because this is a full-ass Windows. Dude, they didn't even slimline that shit. Satya wants to collect that data. What did I tell you in the beginning? Windows will be Windows. Xbox ain't doing shit. That's why this is a dead-end product. This is a dead-end venture. Even the ones that are going to spin this and go, well, this is the beginning of the future of the next Xbox. You want Teams installed on your next Xbox? You want OneDrive syncing to the cloud? wasting processing time? Who wants this shit? You just want to play your games, which obviously Microsoft don't give a shit about because they don't talk about their games. Like I said before, how many times have you heard me on this channel when it's like, Phil, what about, I showed you on Monday's show, the game section was this little blip. It was all about the hardware. And he's like, yeah, games and games and games and games. I said games, and I think I said games. I said games again. I did games again. Oh, we did games. Okay, good. We did games. All right, back to the hardware again. I said my line of games. Dude, it's all generic game shit, just like what they're doing in this video. Your games you want, do what? Tell me how Ninja Gaiden is running on this, that you built Ninja Gaiden to run on this screen, that it's optimized for the Zen 2 processor. These are the first games from Microsoft that are optimized for the Zen 2 chip. That's the fucking shit I want to hear. That's what they need to be doing. We took in Ninja Gaiden 4 and we made it optimized for the Zen 2 processor that's launching here with the Xbox ROG Ally. We've optimized it to run in the best thing at the full resolution and full frame rates at up to 120 frames to take advantage of the screen. That's what you do to sell the product. You use the games. And they don't even acknowledge it. Instead, they ship you a Windows bloatware device with an Xbox front end on it and want $1,000 for it. And it doesn't even recognize your Game Pass stuff. That Seamus Blackley, the creator, then this dude follows up and going, when the Xbox team presented their early design, Bill Gates threw a fit because it was going to run of a standard Windows, so Microsoft couldn't push MSIE, MSN Office. It took a lot of effort and some executive with cojones to convince Bill Gates to greenlight the project. And Seamus Blackley says, interesting, tell me more, because Seamus Blackley was the guy who fought to get Xbox not a Windows device. And look where they are now. And he said it right there. My 29-year-old me is rolling right now. Is rioting in the streets. Like, they basically just took a laptop and said it's an Xbox. And he's like, dude, my whole career was built on trying to make Xbox not Windows. Craziness. And yet again, here's the reviews. Tried out Genki's ROG XBOX Ally today. I didn't find the experience good at all. The hardware feels nice, but the software is abysmal. Dude, this whole video is about their software integration. Joe Wheeler, I don't know if they pulled you off the streets, but you don't know what you're talking about. You're saying that the way they market this thing, just take it out and it's a console. It's what you expect. If it's what we expect, then why is everybody going crazy here? Why is everybody going crazy? Here's their experience. What did he say? You boot it up and this is what you expect, right? You pick up the console, and this is exactly what you expect. This is starting up the ROG Ally X. Hit that like button, grinders. Look. This is what happens when you boot up your console. Look. Excuse me. That's a Windows setup right there. That's how long it took them to get into a game. So what was that marketing team?
Full length of battery life, given the new efficient processor it has and large battery size.
If you've played a console, it's what you'd expect it to be.
If you played a console, it's what you expect it to be. Sarah said, turn it on and you see this. She said, you see these things and you're all excited. Like, what did they think was going to happen? Are they going to come out with some sob story going like, well, guys, yeah, we weren't expecting to have this ready by this time. Like, you know, we had to launch a little early. Give us a year.
For those who come after.
Give us a year. We'll check it out. It's a Windows PC. What? And they know that. But why are they talking like this?
Use your Game Pass to get games, remote play to your console. It's a very familiar experience.
The Xbox Ally is great. The Xbox Ally X is the best handheld I've ever tried.
Xbox Ally X is really designed for the most demanding players who want a premium experience, including the highest resolutions, the highest fidelity, and the highest frame rates.
The The Xbox Ally X is really for someone that is seeking that next level of gaming.
This is your absolute behemoth. All the bells and whistles. You've maxed out your storage, the performance of the product and the chip.
The Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme is the absolute best in terms of handheld processors that you can have today.
Can you purchase Battlefield 6 on PC through the Xbox app? No. 90% of the AAA games are not being published by devs in the Microsoft Store on PC. Xbox forces players to buy, play, chat, and integrate with other platforms like Steam while on the Xbox PC Store, so you can purchase the games only Game Pass fillers. The Xbox marketing campaign would be more effective if Microsoft had just an Xbox app on mobile that lets you buy and instantly stream games. Let's hear some more people's reviews.
Say that phrase. It's a platform now for them. Xbox is everywhere. That's the message you should take. Not, can I play my console games from 2006? That's not the message. I hate fucking about with PC shit sometimes. And there are lots of moments in this where you will encounter PC shit or Windows shit, and you're like, fuck off. I want to just play games. And that happens a lot. And particularly, and I know Sean suffered from this at The Verge, the initial boot up session for me and for him and for some other reviewers was absolutely awful. But I don't think that the marketing message of what they are selling it as is quite representative on the actual device itself. I don't.
You think? Thank you, Xbox Chuckledell. Now, let's see what else.
Veo a mucha gente confusa.
They're ripping this thing apart in different languages.
Pero de repente veo como mucha guerra de consolas con esta máquina y me hace gracia porque están
This guy's saying
consolas con un PC. O sea, estoy viendo comentarios de, todo lo que toca Xbox lo destruye, Xbox no tiene sentido, Xbox hace las cosas mal, y es como, pero vamos a ver, que esto de Xbox tiene lo que tengo yo de astronauta, es decir, esto no es una Xbox en realidad, o sea, tiene el logo de Xbox pues porque tiene el ecosistema de Xbox dentro y tal, y el branding, pero no es una Xbox, o sea, esto no es como la consola Xbox que tú tienes en tu casa conectada a la tele, o sea, esto es un PC.
He told you. He said this.
Oh no! We suck again!
Dude, I understood everything he said. Yo, this is the picture. He's not smiling. Hey, on the box. Phil. On the box, it calls it a PC console. Portable. Phil. It doesn't say box, it says PC. Oh man, Phil, keep trying to make this happen. Oh man, look at this. Colebro's fighting for his life. He's like, new features coming soon. Dude, pay $1,000 and wait. Oh man, we heard that before. Wait for the games.
Wait, just wait till E3. There will be a showcase, but I can't say when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios.
Just wait. Just wait. We're going to get features coming in there.
Too hard. Starfield, right? You have to run at super low resolution. You have to run at 720p and then sub resolutions of that to even get it running. So where does the Xbox Ally become recommendable? I can't possibly
that one
in
is
good
old.
conscience
That's like an old
recommend it at
Steam
all.
Deck.
Now, if it drops in price
that's
pretty
$600,
significantly, then okay, I could see that. But then you're still having a Steam Deck. And at that point, why not just get a Steam Deck?
Uh-huh. Keep going, Microsoft.
Van a forzar demasiado.
Dude, he's yelling in Spanish too. Polygon. If the Xbox Ally is the future of Xbox, Microsoft is in trouble. Grind, we're just glazing the top of this thing. There's gonna be some follow-up videos to this because more is coming.
Gaming device from Microsoft.
Here we go. We have the Glazed video from here. Dude, listen. Let's hear what this has to say, and then we're gonna go. Do we still have more here? Yo, we are. Man, we got so much going on here. There's another video. I wanted to see that one too. Waiting for the tools, waiting for the updates to come. Why is it always like that? And meanwhile, what's crazy, John, is that Microsoft led and they started teasing this in a year. Look at the video that they're talking about here, where
the industry-leading AI engine in your handheld device. Inconceivable even 3 years ago.
We have integrated in the power of AI experiences in ways that haven't even been imagined.
That means for the players, it's easier to enjoy, easier to start, and having help, AI is a companion for players.
It was called the cardboard unit.
What do we call this? I call it the pizza box.
It was called the cardboard unit, is what they sent us. This was from Asus. This is the very beginning stages of what would become Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X.
When we started prototyping, there were a lot of naysayers internally saying that, hey, look, Asus, you don't have game content. We went to Microsoft and say, hey, Microsoft, is there an opportunity for us to build a handheld category with Windows?
So we did actually get a functional build of Windows running on this, and you could play a game.
Oh yeah, we powered it on. I think I played Quake on it.
The handheld gaming community is absolutely one of the most enthusiastic community we've seen. They provided so much feedback with our first rendition of Ally.
We realized there are so many things
he said they should have just left it in the cardboard. Yo, they should just close it back up and put a UPS label on and send it back on. Yeah. No, they're like, oh, there's a chip. Let's put, Satya's like, put AI on it, put Windows on it. Oh.
Our community can tell us that we can do a better job.
It came down to the fact that these devices were not really truly gaming-oriented devices, the way we think about consoles and Xbox. Hey.
What? These gaming consoles that they made were not gaming consoles the way Xbox thought them. Like, you were tapping up the wrong thing, because Microsoft doesn't know anything about gaming. Oh my God. Like Microsoft has been failing in gaming. What are you talking about? Like oh man, should have went to Nintendo.
Devices, the way we think about consoles and Xbox.
That's strange. Because that lady looks very familiar, Grinders. That lady looks very familiar, that lady that's talking right there. You want to know why? You want to know why that lady looks familiar? I'm going to show you why. Because we're in the Matrix, just to let you know. We're in the Matrix, Grinders. What was it 2022? We're in the Matrix. You want and they have tried it again, right? Again, and again. No, reveal. I know, Leech. Look, that lady looks familiar. You want to know why? Because I remember her. Let me see. Right. No, reveal. Because they're saying that this thing was not a console. Like it was not then like 2023.
Say hello to ROG.
Yeah, there it is. 2023. There's their video. There she is.
In the rendering path to 1080p. So you see a 1080p.
He's right there in the middle. Who this?
But the processor thinks it's rendering at 720. It actually is natively rendering at 720p. So you're getting about 25, in some cases 50% more performance out of the system. So if you're on the edge there, you can't get that 60 FPS. Asus has developed a really cool command center interface where you just press a button, menu comes out, you turn on RSR, and you can get that huge performance boost out of the game just by pressing one button basically.
Are you telling me that Xbox was there at the original ROG Ally in 2023, but it wasn't called an Xbox?
Let's talk a little bit about the thought process of creating, this
Armory Crate and Command Center and all the different shortcuts and tools that these gamers will have.
Because you can do anything and everything.
Where do you see the future of the handheld space going?
Well, I think it's
of the most.
Let's see what she had to say. Hold on.
And it could be 30 millimeters.
For convenience.
Whole collection of.
Oh, here we go. Xbox's representation here.
Windows.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's great certainly to hear.
So in the last 5 to 10 years,
Let's hear what Xbox had to say. They were there.
Platforms. I have games in Steam. I have games in Epic. I have games in.
Why wasn't this
platforms.
Xbox?
When I think about a device that I would use for myself, I wanted to make sure the games that I already own can be played on this new handheld device. And there's no brainer. Windows is the most inclusive system for all the games. Everything that I own plays on Windows, right? And now there's Game Pass available for me to discover new games. And on the other side, as a hardware manufacturer, having the latest hardware driver supports in Windows is a huge thing for me. It's super convenient for hardware manufacturers to feel comfortable that the new technology, the new high-speed Wi-Fi, high-speed PCIe, will be supported in Windows, and that's no-brainer. Windows is the choice to go.
Well, I've been using this for a little bit, and Windows does perform beautifully in this form factor. Let's talk about some of those enhancements.
Windows performs beautifully on a 7-inch screen, this guy just said. Yo. 2023 edition of the Glaze. Man, oh man.
The XBOX Glazed and the Glazed.
Windows performs beautifully, he said. This is the same handheld that burnt my SD. That they had almost a legal action with ROG Ally. Was they did not say that it was burning the thing, but it did. It destroyed the micro SD card slot that you could not boot up Windows. If the micro SD card slot got hot enough, it was right near the vent, and it was a mechanical failure on this one right here, which everybody returned, and I bought the Legion Go instead because it fried your micro SD. It didn't work anymore because it was so close to the vent. If you're playing demanding games, it would get so hot over there, and it actually made it not function. And there was going to be a class action lawsuit on them to do that. But that's what happened there. Let's hear what Xbox was there. Xbox was there.
What gamers can expect with this experience from Windows.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's great certainly to hear Sean talk about his experiences. And I think, you can certainly count on the power of the PC gaming community to kind of really, really push the bar. In terms of things we've been hearing and what we sort of see, familiarity is huge. Like, you can pick up this device and you instantly know how to use it. You don't have to figure out how to navigate and get things connected. You don't need to figure out how to pair controllers and other devices to it. You don't have to figure out where you can go find your apps. Like, all of those things are just the same thing that you are used to from the history of how you've been using the PC products before. Innovation, I think, is another really big push that we get a lot. I mean, tons of work goes into actually tailoring and optimizing the silicon with the underlying operating system to really make sure that you are getting the best performance and efficiency out of the experience. But I also look at things that we do too, like Auto HDR is a great example. You have this huge catalog and history of games, and you love those games.
So why wasn't it called an Xbox there? Xbox was there. Why wasn't this an Xbox? The ROG Ally, the original one.
And they now actually play better on new hardware because we can actually light up those colors. And this is all done without the developers having to touch anything in the code base from the games that they produced, 5-10 years ago. And then I might just echo the openness. Like, to me, I think it's incredible that you can open this up and you have your Xbox app and all of your games and experiences there. You also have, your Steam store, you've got your Riot services store. So to me, the idea that we are putting the player at the center and we are acknowledging the fact that the player plays across.
I said, we're in the friggin' Matrix, dude.
Places.
We've been through this already. In 2023, we've been through this. This is the original ROG Ally. This is not the ROG Ally X or the Xbox One. She's talking about Xbox app is there. Like, everything is like, what?
In different form factors. I mean, that to me is great, and it's extensible. I think Asus has done some great things. If you look at some of their command center investments, you look at the rest of the sort of applications that they put in there, it really lights up.
Game Pass is absolutely a huge part of the equation. How do you think gamers will make the most out of this service?
Yeah, absolutely. So Game Pass for us is You know, it is the way that we are putting a whole collection of hundreds of titles kind of in the hands of players. It's integrated into the Windows experience with an application through the Xbox app. And to me, it's this collection not only of what we produce with Xbox Game Studios, so first party, but you also have this huge collection of third-party games that are accessible. And we've put a lot of energy into those partnerships. And so with Game Pass, you also get to be, you know, your EA Play membership. You have a bunch of membership-only light-up experiences with Riot,
Did all
League of
this
Legends
already.
are all kind of great examples of that. So to me, it's this blend of what you're really familiar with. You know, you can go pick up the device and instantly play Forza Horizon 5, but then you get to discover all kinds of things that you wouldn't have otherwise maybe even thought about trying to play. You know, Sean and I were talking before we started this recording, and he was talking about how excited he was because he found Hi-Fi Rush. And he was like, man, this game is incredible. And it only like got exposure and kind of became this big thing, I think, partly because Game Pass gives you an opportunity to explore in a way that you wouldn't otherwise have had.
Never.
Ouch, sorry.
Like zoinks.
Yikes. Major zoinks. Oh, man. She name dropping Hi-Fi Rush. Grinders. He can find Hi-Fi Rush in game. Oh, man. Well, he's not finding Hi-Fi Rush 2. I'll tell you that one. Because shortly after this, they got him rid of them all. Man, I was going to stop it, but I was like, you know, let her continue to just dig her hole with the shovel. Holy crap. Hi-Fi Rush. But that's Microsoft, man. It was Hi-Fi Rush was the hottest thing right then, and she had to name drop it. Like, he found Hi-Fi Rush. I was like, oh, not like this. That's why I say we always got to go back to the receipts grinders, because it is amazing how we call this out bullshit. And it was, and now we see how much it is bullshit when we see what's happening. But we've been this before. We've been through this before. That was in 2023, and we're back again.
Hey, let's have Microsoft come in and revamp the software on this, turn it into an Xbox without getting rid of everything that makes Windows great. Let's turn this into a console worthy of the name console, worthy of the name Xbox.
Oh, there she is.
That was the moment where we said, wow.
That's when all the light bulbs started to go off.
So we decided.
Where were the light bulbs here? What happened with this one? There were no light bulbs. This is what I mean, dude. These, oh my God, it's such marketing experience. The thing is like, if we watch this and go like, oh my God, it's horrible. There are people that are repeating everything from here and they think what they're getting. This is crazy. But like I said, how many times do we need to be glazed like this before we're like, you know what, Microsoft, I'm waiting until you show me. Stop talking about it and telling me, show me. And show me with the games. And they never, ever, ever do.
Decided to start a partnership with them and do something wholly unique for us as Xbox.
We have different yet very complementary capabilities.
Lori,
you have
right.
Asus making industry-leading hardware, and you take Xbox and you bring all of the experience we have in console and in gaming and bring that together into this portable.
She is the vice president of gaming and Xbox business. Where are you taking pictures of all the Xbox fans? Why is Lori right? She has been in the, additionally, she had 5 past, oh shit, she's been in 5 jobs. How long has she been at Microsoft? That's the hard questions. She is vice president of gaming. She's the vice president of gaming and Xbox business development at Microsoft. She had 5 past jobs, including general manager of Office 365. She's qualified to tell me about how gaming is the future. General manager of Office 365 is telling me now she's the VP of gaming.
Like zoinks.
Device.
How do we start with this and add this to make it feel like a combination of Asus and Xbox working together?
I mean, this is exaggeration, but at the end of the day, you're doing some form of the flat fingers. You get a device like this, and that makes it just so much more comfortable to hold on to the entire time.
That opens up more access to your index fingers with your shoulder bumper, as well as those triggers at the back. It just
Here comes
feels
the button.
more intuitive.
20 people
No one has
about a
ever
button.
seen this before, and this was a request from you
Yes.
as a kickoff for like a proof of concept of like, what if we put an Xbox button?
Oh, that's the button that they wanted on there. That was the button. Look, it's round. Let's hear more about the button.
On an Asus Ally.
You could imagine a world where that button on this device was the Xbox button that you see on an Xbox controller.
When we were talking to the designers at Asus, they were basically saying, well, our products, they're not round, they're angular chisels and angles. And so this is the new Xbox button shape.
Oh, so Asus said no. They said no. We have angular buttons on there. All right, now Sarah Bond is going out there with the
Xbox
Glazed.
Ally and the Ally X.
Stupid button.
Ooh, it feels like a controller that's gone whoop and gotten a little wider, but it has the same feel. You know, your thumbs are in the same place,
Oh,
your
man.
trigger fingers are in the same place. Developed with hardware maker Asus, the devices have a 7-inch screen and run Windows 11, meaning that in addition to playing Xbox console games on it, you can play any PC or streamable game.
This
Somebody getting sued. Dude, yo, they, in addition to playing Xbox console games on it. Oh my God, dude. Dude, I'm watching this and I'm like, yo, where's the lawyers? Where's Hose Law? We need Hose Law out here with this one. Where's Florian? Get out there.
is Microsoft Building 87.
In an exclusive.
First off, wait a second. First off, Sarah Bond, I need to ask you something.
Your streamable
Are these the Phil Spencer timeout chairs? What the fuck are these things in the hallway? Beanie balls? What the hell is that? Who's sitting out there in the hallway, Sarah Bond? Is that the waiting room? Is that the Xbox waiting room? Who's sitting on those beanie balls? Dude, whose office is that? Like, that seems like, yo, sit out here while we think tank in here. You guys sit down the naughty chairs. Whose naughty chairs are those? Emotional support chairs. Yo, who's sitting in the hallway? It's outside the office. It's like, yo, I need a break, man. I need a break before I go in there and hear that bullshit. Kiss the couch balls. Dude, what? Who's sitting in the hallway, Sarah Bond?
Microsoft Building 87.
In an exclusive
Yo, these guys need a timeout. They got to go sit in the balls out there.
peel back of the development process.
Dude, why do I see more people working to develop the friggin' Xbox hardware than people making games? When they show people making games, they're at lunch, they're eating they're at the break room, they're friggin' having coffee, they're laughing, they're outside, they're seeing the sun, they're roasting, making honey. Dude, the dudes in the hardware are working hard, dude. The people that make hardware, because that's what Microsoft's doing. They're like, yo, we need more hardware. Look at the dudes working on hardware, man. They're working their asses off. You want to see what they're doing over there when you look at the games, dude. They're in there like, yo, guys, we had to work hard today. You saw what's going on there. We had to work a little hard today. That's what he said. We got to, yo, dude. Look at these people working on the handhelds. They're working. Dude, they're working hard.
Of the development process.
This is the 3D printing lab.
Ooh. Xbox president Sarah Bond shows me their labs.
This is where the team is actually designing, prototyping, and testing for the next generation of Xbox.
Oh, so this is the top secret
It is
room.
top secret.
From 3D printers to the machine shop.
Nothing to see here.
So we very, very rarely take people in here. This is the Xbox lab.
Here, the company envisions all the ways and places we game. This is manageable.
Yo, this is what Phil does. He practices for his trip to Japan. Phil sits in there, he goes, I'm going to Japan. Phil sits in his... Oh man, yo! So guess what? When all those friggin' Xbox employees take a picture of them in holy shit, yo! This is the staging, dude. This is the staging. I want to know when that friggin' like that Xbox influencer and all that shit when they go like, oh, I'm on the plane, I'm using my ROG Ally. They're sitting in this fucking thing. call it fake news if I see Phil Spencer or that friggin' Xbox community manager taking a picture of using the ROG on a plane. They're sitting, they're like, yo, the shit open. I'm gonna go take some pictures. Dude, they're like, yo, I need something for Twitter. Yo, show them using the fucking ROG on a plane. Well, I'm not flying anywhere. Yo, use the office. Go to the Glazing simulator. Go in the Glazing simulator. Dude, I want to know how many tweets they must do. I want to know how many tweets they must do from this is the Glazing simulator. Look.
Envisions.
Oh, I'm playing it at home. Look at my TV. Oh, I'm on my computer. Look at
all
the pictures.
the ways and places.
Yo, I'm on the plane. Oh shit, they got a voice. Yeah. It's all fake. Off to Japan. Phil, I want to know how many times Phil Spencer sat in that thing going, I'm going to Japan, and then they're like, Phil's going to Japan. Phil's going to Japan, and he's sitting in this thing in his office. Oh shit, my chest hurt. Oh shit, yo, that's the Twitter casting couch. That's the Glaze couch, dude. It's like, yo, show them that you're using the ROG. I'm like, these dudes are flying a lot. Dude, they're fucking sitting in the chair. The lamp, use the lamp. He ain't going nowhere. How many times Phil said, yo, check this out. I'm gonna tell him I'm going to Japan again. Boomstick, Phil's going to Japan. He's gonna give us Sonic. He's gonna go see Sega. He fucking sitting in that chair. Boomstick does a whole fucking video on it. He goes, Phil's in Japan. Phil's going to China. He's going to Japan. Yo, he's going to... Oh, shit, dude. Go to the land simulator. I want to know how many times Phil sat in there. He goes, oh, shit, engagement's low. Yo, I'm going to go to Japan. Phil, you can't go to Japan. We don't afford it. We got no visit. Yo, use the lab. Use the lab. He has to be off to Japan. He goes like this. Phil Spencer, he's going off to Japan. We got Phil, he's going to Japan. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, my sides hurt. Yo.
This is manageable.
You can actually have your full
Oh, man. This is the Glazing lab.
high fidelity gaming library.
Oh, here we go.
And have it in your hands and take it anywhere with you.
Because if your console...
I'm playing. Look at all my friends over. We're playing today. Yo, take a picture of us. Yo, use the lab.
Gaming at home and have to go.
It actually knows where you were in the game. You can go jump right back in and you can start right where you left off.
Wow, it
Super
syncs
easy.
progress.
It syncs progress.
Yo, dude, she got the Phil Spencer glazing eyes. Holy shit, dude, look at it. She's lying at her ass. She's probably like sitting there going, huge asterisk.
Syncs progress.
It knows where you are. It syncs everything. Yo. Scale replica to Tokyo Tower. Dude, she just, yo, man, somebody getting sued. All I'm saying is somebody getting sued. Sarah, holy shit, I've never seen, Phil Spencer lies, but Sarah's on another level. She's on another level. Here it is.
It actually knows where you were in the game. You can go jump right back in and you can start right where you left off.
Wow, it
Super
syncs
easy.
progress.
It syncs progress.
No. It don't sync progress if the game supports it. Oh, shit, Sarah, not like this. Oh, shit. Yo, where's Hose Law when you need him? We need Hose Law out there.
Oh, Sarah, at Xbox, what's the plan?
We need Hose Law.
No console meeting.
Oh, my sides, dude, that plane shit. That plane shit got me.
Sales drop.
The fucking plane shit.
Who thought of this?
He's going to Japan.
Oh, Sarah, innovate, don't stop.
He's like, I'm going to see Kojima. He's like, yo, I had a wonderful visit. He goes, Phil's like, I got a wonderful visit with Kojima. He's in the fucking Xbox. Holy shit! I'm going to see Kojima.
Game. This is manageable.
He's like, I'm going to see Kojima. Somebody do a Photoshop of me next to Kojima. Oh, it freaking sides.
Right where
Oh no, who this guy? Dude, they gave him the double glaze.
You guessed it.
Yo, he's excited playing Janky Jones.
Oh no, you guessed it.
Carl Ledbetter from the design team walks me through the new features.
It has a high quality display, and both
It's the same display.
devices share the same display. It gives you rich color and a fast refresh rate.
More than 3 billion people game worldwide, with Microsoft clocking more than 500 million active monthly users. But the rise in mobile gaming has been a bit of a phenomenon. Nintendo launched its second generation handheld this summer, the Nintendo Switch 2.
I think Nintendo kind of owns the market and everybody knows it, but Microsoft has the real opportunity to grow the market.
The success of the Nintendo Switch, I think, surprised a lot of people and probably put some pressure on Microsoft to answer. How is this the answer?
Actually, it's very different. Because it's powered by Windows, you can get all of your games, and you can actually pull games from other stores. And so it's one place that brings together an aggregated library, and that's just something that's not available anywhere else.
Like, do gamers really want to hear it's powered by Windows? The shit that you work on, like do spreadsheets on and do work on, like, is that what gamers really are talking about? Like all the gamers here, like you could, like, if you are powered by Windows, like, does that scream gaming to you? Like, you're like, oh no, I don't want that. Like, you were really telling me, like, oh, this is a better device because it's Windows as opposed to a gaming device? Windows does not mean gaming at all. Steam means gaming, not Windows. It is a death sentence, Lou Flame. Like, what did they are real? Just like what Sarah said in the end of that other video. She said, we're here to make Windows the platform for gaming. Yo, they on drugs, man. They went crazy because people don't want Windows. And what is the thing that we see all the friggin' time in the reviews? What is everybody saying? What are they saying? They're saying, you know what? Windows ain't it. Windows is a problem. Windows is the weakest part.
Guys, do not let AMD's bullshit naming scheme fool you here. The Z2A has nothing Z2 about it. This chip is essentially a mini update of the same Aerith.
Oh man, even AMD's getting roasted. Man. Yeah, this one. We got a lot to do.
Are finally allowed to talk about the Xbox.
We're finally allowed to talk about it.
ROG Ally Xbox X.
Yes.
You're
my number one customer.
So I actually played with it last Tuesday.
Yes. You were at the event.
They had a little event last Tuesday. And then I got it home on Thursday or Friday. I like it a lot. There are a lot of gripes I have, namely the price. It's $1,000,
Yes.
and we knew that already, so
Mhm.
that was like the big deal. I want you to tell me your whole deal. There's still Windows,
Yes.
but it looks a little different.
Okay.
When you get in there, do me a favor and lower the brightness. I'm gonna let you figure it out.
What the F?
Yeah,
Lower your brightness, and he has to go into 20 menus.
what a good time so far.
I'm assuming this is brightness because this is always, there we go. Like to what, 50 or?
I've never done it that way, but yes, that is a way.
What am I? The analog stick is not moving anything.
This happens every time.
Okay. Oh God.
Tap the screen, see if that fixes it. Sometimes that fixes it. There you go.
Okay. Hooray.
Hooray. Tell me how
Okay.
it feels.
I mean, like, it feels good to hold.
Okay.
It feels good to hold. It feels like I like the grips. I like having some good ergonomics in my gaming. I guess I should figure out how to game on it.
John Crawford, thanks for the 46 months. While you have that Xbox ROG, do you think you could get that OS running on a PC to have that experience on desktop?
So I
To make
think
for an awesome
the rumor is that it's not ready yet for PC.
There is a way to get it on handhelds that don't officially support it.
Right.
I have not gotten it to work yet, and it's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this thing is $1,000 and the whole price is factoring in this full screen experience.
Right.
Like I think that that's part of this device, and they don't want you.
Yeah,
to
that's
know
like the
about it
that's
on
the
other
selling point of this is.
But it's coming to Lenovo
Yeah.
in spring, they say, which is kind of.
So it's coming to all devices,
While I
so
was
there's nothing
at the
special
event,
about
they
it, right?
had somebody from Xbox. The only question I asked was,
This is the point.
any
This
plans
one.
to get Xbox?
He had one
Any
question
plans to-
for Xbox.
Get Xbox game.
One
they say,
question.
which is kind of far away. While I was at the event, they had somebody from Xbox. The only question I asked was, any plans to get Xbox games on here?
Mhm.
Like from Xbox. She goes, oh, you can play them. You just remote stream them from the Xbox.
Which is not the same.
And I was like, okay. That's another thing people are focusing on a lot, is that this is an Xbox. This is an Xbox branded device.
Well, because that's what they keep selling it as.
When you come at this from the perspective of it being an Xbox branded handheld, you kind of expect to be able to play Xbox games. And unfortunately, this is just a computer. It's just that Xbox collaborated with Asus to get a better user experience for Windows.
I mean, so far this runs very well.
The hardware is great. It's the messaging that's hurting this thing. It's getting all the negativity because of the marketing. That's the whole point. The marketing has ruined this and made it. It's a decent hardware. It does well, but the hardware, it's this Xbox experience and what they were doing. The marketing is disastrous. Let's get 150 likes. I'm going to gift out some members. We got 2 little more videos to cover here. I want to just highlight these to kind of close the loop on everything, to kind of show you the reality. One of the things that I thought was very interesting was the Xbox experience. Because, again, this is not a knock on the hardware. This is just the problem of marketing and what they marketed, this software that they hyped up. It's not ready, and it's not doing what they said. So let me get these super chat, and we're going to get rid of these videos. Here he goes. He goes here, Noelle with the, member 42 months, Maniola says, he's fake. What's up, Jez? He goes, Noelle with the 5. She goes, have you seen the teardown for the ROG box? Not a single thing inside says Xbox or Microsoft. It's all Asus, Samsung, and stuff like that. Yeah, because that's, Microsoft said, let's put a button on it. Nostramus with the 2. He goes, Phil packing his bags, playing on the fake plane. Yo, that fake plane had me rolling, dude. I had to take some breaths. Now, the whole point of this Xbox thing, that this app that comes in front of the window, this experience, is that it supposedly optimizes games and makes games run better. That's what they said. You get 2 gigabytes of RAM. But Hawks, listen to what he had to say.
Be a messy period while all these apps, and indeed, I get between them if you accidentally go between them, so you have to like press the armory crate button, and
this is the Windows experience, a console, just like they told you.
Because Microsoft has done nothing for years with the controller as an input class device, Valve was like, hey, we should probably do something. So Steam tries to do stuff for the Xbox guide button automatically. That stuff now needs to be disabled. Unfortunately, that's not the case right now. So by default, it's a really messy UX experience. So when you have Steam in the Windows desktop experience, if you press the guide button, it's going to launch in the big picture mode, and you don't want that. And then if you're in a game and you press the Xbox button, it brings up the Steam input tab, but then it's also the armory crate tab, and like trying to get between them, if you accidentally go between them, so you have to like press the armory crate button, and then it's just super messy right now, and winds up that the user is going to have to go in Steam and disable a whole bunch of stuff that is the Xbox guide functionality, and that is not immediately expressed or understood through the options in Steam.
Like a console
you kind of have to hunt and peck through those options and make sure that you get all of them. So I think effectively, now that Microsoft has opted to start looking at the controller as a main class input, Valve and other vendors are now going to need to disassociate anything that they're doing with the Xbox guide button automatically, because Microsoft has done nothing with it, but now they are. So this is like a paradigm shift, and it's going to be a messy period while all these apps kind of allow the Windows operating system to now basically have the Xbox guide button for itself, as opposed to them automatically trying to intercept that command. So until we get there, that can be a little bit messy. You can fix this, but if you don't fix it right now, it's super messy. It's not a great experience. So those are pretty much like where things sit right now. And so far of the Xbox full screen experience. The big part here is that what people really hope for is fixing Windows bloat. And I have good news and bad news for you. If you've already seen my video of taking a look at the
I'm
Xbox
gonna put
full
the
screen
links to their
experience
videos. Their
on
videos
like
are
on
awesome.
the
Him and the
MSI
other
Play
does a
A8,
video on my show.
we have a lot of the same experiences here. Now, Microsoft Xbox, they say that on the Xbox Ally, you save about 2 gigabytes of RAM in the Xbox full screen experience versus the Windows desktop. So Windows desktop's not loaded. A lot of other applications are not loaded. It's just what you need for the Xbox app, and that's it. And indeed, I saved 1.9 gigabytes of RAM. So basically close to that 2 gigabytes. That's awesome. So when you're saying, oh, great, we are freeing up 2 gigs of RAM, we're not running all those processes, so it should be more efficient, right? It should be better.
That's what they're selling.
Unfortunately, no. That was never the problem, and I tried telling people this for the longest time that wasn't the problem. But now you will have more instances of understanding why that was never the problem.
And why is it not a problem? So let's go to this other video and let's watch exactly what they did in comparing these things. So this is what I was talking about. These guys compared the Xbox app full screen experience running a game and then the Windows desktop running a game to see if Microsoft is lying. If Microsoft really said, hey, our Windows full screen experience optimizes games and gives you better performance. Oh, yeah, he does. I'm going to put the links for both of these videos because I watched this whole one too. So they said, let's test it with the app and without the app. Look at the results.
X is the Z1 Extreme model.
That X is not for Xbox. This is pre-Xbox.
Yeah, it's pre-Xbox. I also include the Steam Deck OLED and the Legion Go 2 with the Z2 Extreme in it.
So same APU in the Legion Go, bigger screen.
Exactly, yeah. And theoretically better cooling, whatever, you know, there's a different setup in there. But, I mean, those are just to throw them in there. You know, I wanted something to compare against, but really what we're trying to look here is the difference between the score of the Xbox UI and the Windows UI. So I ran some tests. First up is synthetic tests. This first one is Steel Nomad Lite. So 3D Mark touts this as being like, hey, this is newer DirectX 12 games that have, you know, some more intensive features. Maybe
So this is running it without the app. This is running it with the app.
a little bit of ray tracing, stuff like that. This is the light version made for more APU-based systems. Thin and light laptops, things like that.
Why is the Windows version running the game, running the benchmark a little bit better when the Xbox UI, that app, shutting off processes, is doing it worse? It should be the other way around.
And yeah, you know, actually, the score was a little bit better on the Windows version than inside the full Xbox UI version. Whatever. I mean, it's not a huge difference, so it didn't bug me. And we are pretty much right in line with the Z2E on the Legion Go.
Steam Deck obviously doesn't run
worse.
So
good job, Microsoft.
So 3D Mark doesn't work on Linux, so I wasn't able to get that score. The 3D Mark Solar Bay. So now this is a really light ray tracing test. I mean, these systems aren't meant to do really heavy ray tracing.
Let's see the results. So it gives you a little bit more there. Let's see these results. Cyberpunk, the same. ROG 50 and the UI of Xbox and the UI of Windows, the same. So the app and shutting off Windows doesn't do anything. Those 2 or 1.9 extra gigabytes of RAM don't do anything. And that Hawks guy basically says, he goes, his theory is that it's not a RAM issue. It's actually a Windows power issue. Windows does not power the processor right when you're doing an APU, when you have a graphics part of it and a CPU part of it. It tries to put more into this. It likes to put more power into a CPU than into a GPU. So therefore, when you have an APU that has a combination of them, Windows power is power management. It's not optimized to give you the best performance of gaming. And what they're saying in both these videos, when I watched them, what they're saying is this is a huge huge underlying issue of Windows itself, like the core, the center, the Tron eyeball. Like this is this is Windows power management of how Windows operates. This is not just cut off a couple of pieces of RAM and we call it a day. This is something probably untouchable behind triple bulletproof glass that Microsoft Windows team needs to be serious about gaming and working with APUs, and they need to inherently change it. Maybe Windows 12, maybe that's when they start doing this stuff, and then maybe that's where they do it, but this is like the core of Windows. This is why Windows, it's bloatware. It's actually, it pulls the power down, and it's not a gaming optimized thing. That's why you need a lot more extra power. You got to overshoot it to compensate for the power that Microsoft's Windows is not giving you. And that's kind of what they alluded to. So a Windows Xbox app that just pops up in front of your startup apps is not doing anything. And now I see the spin of people going like, well, maybe this is version 1, but this is the future of Xbox. And it's like, here we go again. This is the future you want? This is not, you can't, like this, let's not even talk about the games that were just avoided. But Windows is not the future of Xbox, dude. Like, that's what you want? You want to deal with all this stuff? You want to deal with all these things, dude? Listen to this.
Over to another thing, which I think is a major fail, and that's updates.
There's the OS.
Yep.
And there's the games.
True.
And they can update independently of each other. And sometimes the OS updates and you can let it sit for a while and then the games will keep updating.
Yeah.
That's like a console experience. That's what Steam OS does. That's what the Xbox console does. Let's hear how this Xbox does it.
And sometimes you update you can choose when you want to update either of those two things.
And when you update the system, it updates everything on the
drivers, OS,
wonderful,
Steam,
console,
all the
beautiful.
stuff gets updated at the same time.
That's a console experience.
It's convenient and easy.
Yeah, so that was one of the big question marks for me on this. Is like, okay, this is still Windows at the end of the day. Yes, it's a full screen launched experience, but this is still Windows.
But on my Xbox, it works the same way. I load up my Xbox Series S, it's like, hey, there's an update. You need to do that before you do anything else. I hit the update button, it updates it. And then sometimes it downloads updates for games. It's very easy, it's very simple. There's no complexity. I don't have to download video card drivers or update Windows and the Xbox app and the game separately. So this is gonna be like the Xbox, right?
Unfortunately, no. Nothing has changed. Like the Xbox app still needs to get updated in the Microsoft Store. Armory Crate has updates for the Xbox or for the Ally. But not only that, my Asus has critical updates that are not deployed through the Armory Crate. So essentially you have 4 different places to get
plus games.
Yeah, well, and
plus
then the
game
games.
updates.
Well, here's the other problem. Once again, by default, I did not have Steam launch when I would turn on the device.
Oh, so when you turn on to launch a game, it has to update the game half the time.
And not only that, if I was downloading a game or updating a game from the Microsoft Store, it didn't realize that I was playing a game from the Steam Store. So there was a time where I was playing, I was like, man, performance is horrible on this. And then I thumbed over and I realized that it was updating Forza Horizon or whatever in the background.
So it was doing big compression tasks.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
boy.
Which just doesn't happen on the Steam Deck. It knows. Yes, you can force it to say, hey, download and update while a game, but by default, it doesn't do that.
And
that's what happens when you have a gaming system. The Xbox console doesn't do that. This is what I mean. The Xbox console, not the Steam Deck, but the console itself does all this already. That's why I'm like, how dare you call this an Xbox and you are this is a PC and you haven't done anything to make this an Xbox. 4 places to get updates. Steam is completely different than the Xbox app. The Xbox app updates its games, but it's not. Steam is not launched, so Steam is not updating its games in the background. So you got to update a Steam game. When you're playing a Steam game, there's no connection because it's a Windows system. It's Windows. It's treating everything like a window. Everything is in its own environment. It's not a uniform system that sees everything that's going on and power management and cycle it. It just opens it and it's running. Dude, you have a website, you have this running. Dude, it's running. Until you hit that little X button, it's running because Windows just lets everything run. That's the future you want? But wait, there's more.
On any of your
you got to
your
be an
desktop
insider
devices.
or something, right?
No,
Oh no,
actually, it's rolling out to the public.
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
they integrated Steam support, so you have to go in and click on the Steam thing and kind of like sign in and all that kind of stuff.
Or whatever.
So it works a little bit differently.
Whatever your name is,
desktop,
get
but
ready for the
essentially,
big
like it was
surprise.
already there.
Thank you for subscribing.
So I went to the place where it said library. There was a tab for applications, and they had Epic Games, Steam.
Battle.net.
Ubisoft, yeah, Battle.net, all that kind of stuff. So it was easy just to hit it.
Okay.
Steam launched. I was able to sign in Steam. Boom. Actually, interesting enough, Steam launched in big picture mode, which I thought was actually kind of interesting. I don't know if that's because of this effort or something.
I
but,
wonder.
It was kind of nice. So
big picture mode, also kind of handheld mode at this point. Right?
Yes, and that's what I prefer too.
Yeah.
Actually, on these handhelds, for the most part, I just launch into Steam Big
controller
Picture.
first interface, basically.
Faster they leave, the better. Hopefully they're replacing the better.
Also, usually
Dente.
firing up the original Xbox Ally X, you would be presented with the default, which was the Armory Crate software. Now, the Armory Crate software still exists on here, but it by default launches into the Xbox Big Picture mode.
That seems
you
like an
can go in
improvement.
the Armory Crate. It actually did pop up the Armory Crate, which was pre-installed to download updates and stuff like that. We're going to talk about updates in a little bit.
I love updates.
Yeah.
My favorite.
But essentially, it was a pretty straightforward experience, and for the most part, I was able to get around in that Xbox experience purely with the gamepad.
Okay.
Once again, there was a couple times where I was like, it either lost focus or the button didn't work, or I didn't know where the selection was. So I was like, wait, where am I going? I'm just going to hit this real quick and be recentered. I will say, from the movement around, just like the setup process, we're talking about like 95% I was able to use the controllers.
Okay.
And that's not only navigating the Xbox app. If you long press the Xbox button, you get up to the task viewer kind of thing, and I was able to get around that easy and go to the different
Doing
windows.
the installers, could you use the buttons for that, or did you have to do the touchscreen?
Well, for the Steam one, like I went to go install, it popped up after installing, popped up
Epic
the
doesn't
QR
allow
code,
you to
so I
control
scanned
it.
it with my phone. So
But it didn't have any. You didn't have to hit like next in the installer with the touchscreen, right?
No,
Okay.
not with that one. So I mean, better. It's a better experience for sure.
Incrementally better.
Yeah, and it is nice that you launch into that Xbox front end. It's fairly well designed. Not like I wouldn't call this on par with SteamOS or even like the Steam Big Picture mode.
Okay.
Like it still feels like a desktop version of the Xbox app that is able to take over full screen. The last thing I want to mention about navigation is unfortunately a major problem.
Oh.
And this is something I think a lot of people were worried about, and unfortunately it came to bear. So when you go into the Xbox app and you look at the games that you have in your Xbox library,
Get ready.
Yeah.
I have a lot of games, not a ton,
Get ready.
not like
From
my
all
Steam
generations,
library.
right?
Yeah, I have some
ready.
older games from
Here it
like
comes.
360, that were like running back compat mode.
Yeah.
I have some newer games, all that kind of stuff. The problem is that when you then toggle installable, that game list gets cut significantly. So I had a lot of games in my Xbox library that I could not install on this device.
But that's an Xbox.
You would think so, right?
25 more likes, Grinders.
Unfortunately, I actually don't know that line.
How many times have I done this live? I've shown you this from since back then when they called it an Xbox. I brought up my Xbox app and I showed you that my library just dwindles down when you do this, and how dare they call this an Xbox. I showed this live, and now they knew this. They said stream your games. Well, why are you paying $1,000 for hardware native games when you just tell me to stream them? Oh, well, your Xbox library, this is an Xbox, you stream them. And then another thing that came up in the videos is that these handles, they put those on there specifically because they said the Xbox customer, the console player, wants like a grip because they're used to playing on a controller. Did they seriously make this thing thinking that an Xbox console player is going to buy this when their game library, which Phil said, they lost the worst generation to lose because people built their digital libraries? Is that what I heard? Right? Isn't that what Phil said? Phil said that we lost because people built their digital libraries.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the Xbox One generation, where everybody built their digital library of games.
So people's digital libraries are very valuable. And that's where they buy their games, because there's a future to them. I'm investing. I'm going to buy a game from your Xbox store expecting it to work on the Xbox in the future. And that's not the case. So what the hell do you think you're doing with this?
Very confused. So navigation-wise, everything else we've talked about, it's been way better. It's been a better experience to navigate,
Yes,
to
it
go
is.
through. Yeah, there are hiccups. Sometimes I need to use a touchscreen. Sometimes a
And
game
then here
doesn't
comes the
full
other
screen,
humdinger.
all that kind of stuff. To another major point that a lot of people point to say, hey, wow, why can't Windows perform like this on the Steam Deck? And that is sleeping and waking.
Oh, the warm bag test.
Yeah. On the Steam Deck, you hit that button.
It just goes to sleep. You hit it again, it wakes up.
And it wakes up, and you're
it plays
right back
the
in the
video.
game.
It plays the video, you're right back where you left off.
Actually, I turned that off. I
love
don't
the
like
video.
watching the video.
I have a random carousel of them.
There's been a couple times where it has not come back, the exact way that I left it, or maybe the hour counter.
Sometimes the game crashes.
Yeah, so it's not perfect, but it is really good, and it is leagues ahead of what has been on Windows devices in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Like to the point where the way I use these Windows-based handhelds is that when I'm done with them for the night, I turn them off.
Like shut down.
All the way I shut down the device. I'm kind of weird. I do that with my laptops too.
No sleep states. Quick resume. Dude, they hyped up quick resume for so much. They hyped up quick resume. This thing can't even go to sleep without causing some hell.
Let alone explain it to you. I mean, Microsoft calls it an Xbox, but it's plastered with ROG branding. You can't play the vast majority of your old Xbox game library, and even the special sauce, the Xbox full screen experience that runs over top of Windows, feels like it could have just as easily been an app that runs over top of Windows. But then, hey, I'm a PC gamer. So this kind of collaboration between the Xbox team, who takes gaming very seriously, and the Windows team, who takes, I don't know, telemetry very seriously, it's basically what I've been asking Microsoft to do for years. Hey, we got quick resume. Well, almost console-like. Also, classic Windows. Don't be too surprised if your device randomly wakes up for a little bit before going back to sleep. Not enough to drain your battery too much over the course of a day, but if you leave it for a week, it might be dead by the time you come back. And the coolest part is that these optimizations are for everyone. If you want to try the Xbox full screen experience, you can do it right now. No purchase necessary.
Telling you right now, don't do it. My MSI core is like, it is now glitching out the. This Windows full screen experience is like, dude, it is jank city right now. I got an update to it, and it is like jank city. Like, I got to reinstall Windows on my MSI core. It is absolutely a mess. It's booting up stuff. It's you know what's crazy is that every single pop-up in the full screen experience, Microsoft, the Xbox app, takes every pop-up window and turns it into a tab. So when you want to tab between games or tab between storefronts and stuff like that, you got to tab across like Steam sale pop-up, Windows pop-up, this pop-up, Internet Explorer pop-up. It just takes every pop-up that comes up and turns it into a tab. So you're constantly, when you're going back and forth with these things, when you do these tabs, basically you got to tab over every pop-up. Epic Store pop-up. Then what's crazy, and you saw this when I showed it, is that like even the thing where it says I'm using AI gaming or like what performance mode I'm in on my MSI core, it pops it up full screen because Windows thinks it's something that needs to be popped up full screen. The Xbox app is just atrocious. There's no filter. It needs to be AI controlled. Like, it just basically takes whatever's on the screen and turns it into a tab or blows it up on a big screen and then puts it away in a tab. So when you hit that tab button and think like, oh, I'm going to swipe up and just tab between my storefronts like a console, you're tabbing over just like Steam Epic Sales, Epic Store login, this thing. And it's like, whoa, I don't need all these tabs. Like, I'm just going, it's like it takes basically your pop-up windows and turns them into tabs. That's what it does. Horrible. It's so like, I got to get rid of it. I just want to go back to just regular plain Windows. Like, I cannot deal with this Xbox app. It's just not ready.
Gate, except for the extra benefit of having all your games in one location now, regardless of where they were purchased.
And that's another thing. It shows you 600 games now. Now, if you subscribe to Game Pass, it says you have all the games in Game Pass. So it adds like 700 games there. It gives you that Phil Fluffin. So when you log in, if you're in Game Pass, it says you got 700 games. I'm like, 700 games? But they're not mine. They're just Game Pass games. I don't own them. Then if I go to owned, it says you have 100. And then I go to installable, and it says 32. So like, they're showing what games you have downloaded from other storefronts and adding those as well. So like, it gives you this kind of just minutia and just like demos and 2 versions of games, and just throws everything in there. Like, it just kind of there's no filter. Like, there's no kind of thing. Like, it's not smart. It's just taking everything that's on the store, Xbox store, and everything that you have installed and just throws it in there. Some are from Steam, some are from Epic. Do you own it? Is it in Game Pass? Is it a cloud-only game? It all just gets thrown in this thing. So when I'm using it, I'm like, this is crazy. It's so confusing. They're from different storefronts. They're from different applications. They're from different, they're game, and some of them, majority of them, are games that you can't even play on the device. Then why am I looking at them? Why are they here if they're not playable? If I cannot install them, why are they here? They should not be here. What does it matter if I see a game on this device and I click on it and it's not playable because I don't own it, or if it's in the cloud that I don't pay for, or it's somewhere else that I don't have it? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's such a disaster. And how much they talked about it, teasing it from January 6th to now, these are simple gaming things that gamers want. And they said, we heard you. And they, again, glazed and confused, overpromise and underdeliver. And you see the motif. It goes right back to the title of the video. The Xbox marketing is what killed this product. The hardware, nobody's talking about the capabilities of the Z2 chip. Nobody's talking about what the hardware can do. And really, the Z2 chip is not much better than the Z1. It's a few frames better. It's not an evolutionary chip. The Halo chip that I showed on my member stream, that's in the tablet, the H395 AI, yo, that's something. But that's more of a mobile chip. It's not really made for handhelds. It powers up at like 40 watts, 30 watts. That's its max. Like, that's the max these handhelds run. These things are running at 10 and 15 to give you decent battery life because they're small things. But that Z Flow 13, yo, man, that shit's awesome. If you got a VIP, which, by the way, speaking of VIPs, do we have a 150? I'm gonna throw out some for everybody, for the grinders. Thank you for hanging out here in the Gaming Grindhouse in this epic show that you've been waiting for all week. Let's go see here. Let me just see. Where's my video? Here it is. Let me just see where we're at our members, and I will throw them out. Are we close? Oh man, we need 20 more. Let's go. Hit that like button, grinders. 150. I'll throw out the members. Woo! Throw them out yeah, to fool people, dude. Mango, like, it's crazy. And like I said before, like, the dishonesty from the company. They're like, what did you think was going to happen when everybody got it in their hands? What, are you just like, hopefully nobody listens to them? Hopefully people don't see this? Like, I don't understand what their strategy is. Like, we see them step on the rake time and time again. You think that, after the price increases, after the Game Pass increases, they're throwing the middle tier of Game Pass now in this. What did they think? They think that the customer is just going to be like, we love Phil, we love Microsoft, we love Xbox, it's okay. Do they really believe that people are just so naive and just hear Xbox and they just, like, their knees buckle because they're so excited? Oh, if we just put Xbox on there, man, like, do they think more of their brand name than we do? Because their brand is in the shithole right now. And they got to do everything to crawl out of it. And this stuff doesn't help, because all the negatives that we're seeing here with the Xbox ROG Ally is the fact that it's claim to be an Xbox. That's the humdinger of it all, grinders. Where is Phil? You sent out Sarah for this one. But this is the problem. And all the people now are trying to say, like, well, it doesn't matter that it's an Xbox. It's just play your games. And you hear the deflection. And all of a sudden now, you know, when their back is against the wall, they're going to look up and go, but it's about gaming. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, the same people were the ones that came back from playing this thing, and instead of being honest, started just getting their trigger lines ready. It's an Xbox. Oh, it's going to play PlayStation games. PlayStation's not going to block it. We're going to play Spider-Man on it. That's what they came back. It's an Xbox, and I'm going to play PlayStation games on it. It's like, but now when we found out that this shit sucks and it's not really an Xbox, now all of a sudden you start coming back and go, well, play where you want. If it plays the games you like, then but you were amping up the fires a couple of months ago when you came back. Really? And this is media people. This is not fanboys. I'm not talking about fanboys. Let fanboys be fanboys. Everybody be fanboy. Who cares? I'm talking about people that got paid to do this shit, doing that kind of stuff. And then coming back now and go, well, this is the future of Xbox. I'm like, this sucks. You mean that this app is going to be their lifeblood, that they're going to figure this out? This is horrible. And the problems that are inherently in here with Windows, Microsoft has to gut Windows. And Satya is not going to let that happen. And he's not going to let this Xbox team who comes in for a bunch of pennies flip over tables over Windows and turn off processors and shit, especially for the small niche market of handheld devices. That's the problem. And like I said before, everybody's so concerned about playing PlayStation games on this thing. You got 400 Xbox Game Pass games, best value in gaming. Throw in some Avowed. Why is nobody playing Avowed? Where's that captured? Where's South of Midnight? Where's Doom? Where's some Halos? Where's some Gears Ultimate? Why are people not playing Xbox games on the Xbox ROG Ally X? But the first thing they want to do is download Steam, which is not Xbox, download PlayStation games, and play them on there. For what? To get the little checkmark engagement, and then they're going to go return the device because they're not paying no $1,000. They're just like, let me show you my trick. And that's exactly what they're doing. You'll see. The follow-up to these videos, the follow-up to this, let's see who's still using this device by Christmas time. Nobody is. Nobody is. This stuff is gone. Because I'm telling you, it's all fake stuff. It's all fake fluff. They're trying to look for a W, and they're going up the wrong place. And instead of saying, Microsoft, you released some hardware, why don't you have some games associated with it? Come on now. And everybody goes, it's not a big deal. You know what? If Jim Good and Ramsey Ryan came out there and held up, or Mark Cerny held up the PlayStation Portal, right? He held up the Portal, and he says, this is our PlayStation. It plays all your games. Our next handheld PlayStation. And then sells it for $800. All your games with you. We heard you. That's it. We're not talking details. That's it. You're telling me nobody would say anything? Where's Mark Cerny? Where's my Mark Cerny? Get him in here. I do have him over here. Mark Cerny! Get him in here. Hi, this is Mark Cerny, and I have the new handheld PlayStation, the PlayStation Portal. This is our PlayStation, our next hardware. This is PlayStation, the Portal, for only $99.99. This is our PlayStation. That's right. It doesn't have an SSD. That's right. But this is our PlayStation. Emphasis on the R. Thank you and good night. And enjoy our PlayStation. All your games with you all the time. Thank you. And all of them, Dusty Bin, they would all keep quiet. They'd be like, oh, that's great. Awesome. A handheld PlayStation. Not one of them will be like, whoa, 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 whoa. How much memory is on there? None. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How do you play your PlayStation games? Oh, you need the online? Wait, you need to be online? You need to be on, it's an online cloud device? Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. How's that a PlayStation? It's actually more PlayStation than the Xbox ROG Ally X. It actually has the PlayStation control with all the features, but it's still not a PlayStation. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean it just streams games? Wait, let's not get into the details. You're not going to just leave us alone? If PlayStation came out and said the Portal is a fucking PlayStation, all you guys, your ex-gox would have been fucking like, oh, whoa, 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 that's not a PlayStation. What are you talking about? Sony Glazed and everybody. Sony's fake. Sony's just money hungry. What do you mean? That's not a PlayStation. You can't play that. That's a web device. Oh. So you have a problem with Sony saying this is a PlayStation because it's not. It's an accessory to the PlayStation. It needs the PlayStation to stream. It's a web-only device, nothing native. Oh, now we get the details. But when we do details of this, the ROG Ally colon an Xbox doesn't have quick resume, doesn't even have the like a real Xbox button on it. It has a fake one with a sticker. Doesn't even play all your games. The Portal plays plays all the PlayStation games. This doesn't. Oh, but he has the cloud. Then why are you paying $1,000 for native hardware and a Z2 Extreme chip to stream from your console that you supposedly should not have because this is your new console? But please, you would be the same. You would crawl right up that Cerny ass and roast his ass just as much if he said this is a PlayStation. And Sony never did that. Even with the PSP, they never said this is our PlayStation. No. But Xbox did. Somebody else's device. And you see the marketing slapped them in the face. If they were going to do it, they needed to hit and need to be better or equal to Steam. If they really wanted this. And they tried to say that they were doing it. It's never going to happen. And I wouldn't be sure. Jason Ronald and friends, who knows if they're around, who to fix this. Jason Ronald promised a 4K dashboard at the launch of the Xbox Series X, and it didn't come to over a year and a half later. We heard you, and I think we may hear something about a 4K dashboard coming to the Series X premium console. I think. I think we might have a 4K dashboard coming to the Series console. You'll hear more from us, I think, later. He's back to, I think, again. But again, grinders, this is not about the capability of the hardware. You want the ROG Ally X, go get it for what it is. But don't get it for what Phil Spencer told you it is. And all these media glazes out there. Because right now, they're running with their tail between their legs because they're trying to figure out how to spin this. Because they called it an Xbox because they were just spewing the words of Microsoft instead of using their minds and their brains and their profession and realize what this really is. And they didn't do that. They just said, well, I'm going to get engagement if I just agree with them and call it an Xbox. Dude, this is an Xbox is the stupidest campaign ever because it takes away any uniqueness and importance to anything that's Xbox. And the fact that Microsoft could call something an Xbox that doesn't even play all the games of their original Xbox console. They're different games. They're different experiences. Our Meta Quest. John Wayne says Fable is dead. Well, did that just come out, or was that just speculation? Because who knows? We wouldn't be surprised because you would think a company that's making games and hardware that they would basically do that. Oh, here's another one. Yo, the gifts keep on coming, grinders. We're not like this is going to continue on. You think this is bad, man? We're going to see people just throwing these things out windows. Let's see what this guy's to say.
Microsoft had like a real huge chance to like do something crazy with this device. Well, short answer is I was wrong. I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but I hate this thing. Bruh. I shit you not, it took me an hour. 1 hour of setting this up to get to the UI. While I'm setting this up, I start hearing people, YouTubers, this is not an Xbox, this is a PC, this is not an Xbox, this is a PC, and it's finally clicking in my brain. Every fucking issue that you have with a computer, compatibility issue, is going to be on this thing. Meanwhile, I turn this on, and Windows is like ants. They're ants copying, pasting, moving files while I'm just trying to get to the control panel. That makes me absolutely want to smash this thing against the wall, but I won't because I need to get my $1,000 back. And I'll tell you right now, 110%, I am returning this thing.
Case closed. Grindhouse law. And that's horrible. That is that, and that's where I feel for all the fans that believe this stuff. And if the media was more honest with the viewers like that to tell them what this really was and not just tout the Microsoft tagline, these things wouldn't happen. But because you want people that get engagement, and it pisses me off so much because I do all this stuff. I bought all these things, and I was saying it from day one exactly what it is. It's not bad, but you need to know what you're getting into. And by calling it an Xbox, it's disingenuous to what it really is and what its capabilities are. You know, you can say, oh, it's an Xbox, and you get a PC guy going, oh, I don't want a simplified handheld. I want to have all that tweaking and all that stuff. But it really is a PC. So like I said, this thing is too much of the PC horse shit for a console gamer. And this thing is too much of a fake thing for a PC gamer when Steam is better. Where does this fit? It fits nowhere. Just like the Xbox itself. The Switch handles all your great games, the PlayStation handles your great games, and the PC handles all your great games. No need for an Xbox. And yet again, we find ourselves. Yet again, Xbox is meaningless. It's not even like the brand actually has some sort of lore to it. It has been such thrown in the mud, especially in the last couple of weeks with the price announcements, the price gouging. Who wants to be called an Xbox now? And Microsoft, they're idiots. Their executive team, all those bozos they got in there. Lady was the general manager of Office 365, and now she's the VP of Xbox hardware. Dude, they're just throwing people around. That dude, I didn't even see him before. He's the GM of Xbox consoles. Who? The GM. Yeah, Roberto, 6 hours to download an update. Dude, I know I've set these up. I had the Asus ROG, the Legion Go, the Asus ROG Ally X, the MSI Claw 81M, the MSI Claw 8AI that I'm probably going to sell, and my brand new one that I just got because I went back to Steam. And that's every single one of these computers that I set up, my laptops, my things. I do it all the time. It takes forever, and the handhelds are worse because you need driver updates. You got to go to Armory Crate to get Asus's updates. Asus has their own app and Armory Crate app. Asus app, and I do this on my other handhelds. Asus app, they got the Asus app, they got the Armory app, then you got Windows updates, and then Windows updates sometimes conflicts with AMD updates. Sometimes you got to even install the AMD software to get graphic updates or sideload graphic updates. I had to do that on my One Player X because you are not getting them in the update. You have to go to the website in the Intel one. MSI Claw uses Intel, not even AMD. You got to go to Intel's website and download them directly because it takes a month or so for it to go through the cycle of Windows updates. So you have to wait a month for something that came out last month for graphic cards. Please, I could write a book about it because I've done all this stuff. It's not a lie. I do it. And that's not gaming though. But to get shit to work, you got to do that stuff. And if you want, grind it. I'm telling you, I am serious. And maybe I'll do this for the members and stuff like that. I will do an open Grindhouse, ask me anything, buying guide holiday spectacular. And actually, I'm going to recruit 5 grinders right now to do that stuff. Because I'm telling you, I'm doing it right now. We hit the 120. Yo, 5 grinders, get in there. I got my VIP show from a couple of days ago. I'm going to do a holiday Grindhouse. A buyer's guide. Headphones, PCs, I buy it all. I use it all. That's my gadget and tech and gaming. That's what I do. So you have questions. I am serious. I helped some guy on X because he needed stuff. If you will really need to know, I could help you. And again, it's my opinion, so it's not going to be the be all and end all. But I at least will give you some information that you could use to be a smart buyer. I used to work at sales, and I used to do Circuit City sales, and I used to have people didn't even know about digital cameras. I would have to teach them everything about digital cameras and computers. This was at the time of 3 megapixel, 5 megapixel, dude. And the thing is that people didn't even know. So I'd have like almost do a digital camera class of what megapixels were and what zoom was. And I had to do all this with computers and all this stuff and home theater systems. I love it. I am like a walking Best Buy. I know, I research everything and consume it all. So seriously, if you have questions about things, don't listen to these friggin' people. If I've used it, I will tell you about it, or I've researched it. And I'm here offering that to you, the Gaming Grindhouse. And I'm not saying it's going to be the best thing for you, but I could at least give you the information or where to go. But that's the biggest thing, an educated buyer. I have seen so many people waste so much money just walking in and just believing something that I had to course correct them. You know, when I used to walk around Best Buy and just look for something to buy, I would listen to conversations of people and I would hear the salesperson lying to them. And I would interrupt that shit. And sometimes I made them lose the sale because I'm like, no, don't do that. I was talking to the AMD representative just yesterday. I thought there was the Pokemon event. I walked into fucking Best Buy. I'm like, where are my Pokemons? They said, dude, the Pokemon event is the 28th, the 25th. I'm like, oh shit, but Pokemon released today. They go, Pokemon's on the 25th. I'm like, where are my Pokemons? So then I talked, and the AMD guy just started talking to me. Because I asked him where the fucking Pokemons were. I was like, this is the event. I know what I blame. I blame Wario on Twitter. That's what I blame. I blame Wario on Twitter because he said that they were doing a Pokemon event at Best Buy, and I saw 12 to 4 o'clock. I drove to Best Buy, and I said, where are the Pokemons? And the AMD guy said, that's the 25th, not today. I'm like, but the game came out today. This is like, yo, so I just talked to the AMD guy, and dude, I was telling him all about his chip. He's like, well, I hope they give me one for free. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you all about your AI Max 395 chip. The guy was like, his eyes rolled back in his head. I'm like, you're an AMD. He's like, well, I'm kind of new here at AMD. I'm like, dude, it's your premium mobile chip. You don't know anything about it? I'm like, no, the 395, yo, runs this, it does this. I'm like, and I felt like you know when you feel like you're talking to somebody and they're just like, yeah. You know that you lost him. Like, yeah, he's just like looking, thinking about what he's gonna eat for lunch, and he's just looking in the distance. That was him. I was telling him all about. I was like, yo, the Z12 chip, is it that much powerful? I know about the Z1 Extreme. I'm doing the H1. Oh, that thing is awesome. He's like, oh, really? And I was telling him about it. And, yo, he's like, yo, am I gonna eat a sandwich with onions or without onions this afternoon? I lost him. I'm like, you're wearing an AMD shirt. I'm like, oh, so you haven't tried it yet? He goes, nah, they don't give them to us for free. I'm hoping maybe they give me the old one for free. I could try it out. I'm like, you're not going to buy it? Like, you an AMD rep. Like, you should be rolling around in AMD cards. Instead, all he's doing is like, yeah, NVIDIA cards are not that good. I'm like, so you're just a deglazer for NVIDIA? Is that what your job is? But you know no shit with the AMD cards. Use facts. Like, don't just say NVIDIA is not good. Oh, yeah, NVIDIA. You just and then what's crazy is he was wearing a shirt, right? Here's a Grindhouse story. He was wearing the shirt. He talked to me and he was like, oh, you looking at computers? I'm like, oh, no, I got this. I got the 40. I love I got the 58. I got this thing. I got this thing. I was just talking about computers and stuff like that. And then I'm like, he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, but NVIDIA's, the AMD. I'm waiting for the new AMD one that competes with the 5080 and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, but the 5080's out. You can try to get 5080 cards. So no, I want the AMD card and stuff. And then he like turned his shoulder and I saw he was wearing an AMD shirt. I'm like, oh shit. Oh man. I was like, get ready. I'm gonna get the AMD.
Another one.
I'm like, oh man, we're gonna get the AMD glaze. So I was like, oh man, I was like, okay, so you're Mr. AMD? Let's go. And then I lost him. Dude was like, yo, there's the sun out there. What kind of clouds are going? What's the weather tomorrow? That he was gone. So I was like, all right, see you later, man. I'm leaving. But anyway, dude, that was just crazy, man. Oh man, that was just like crazy stuff. But we know, Phil Ness, man.
Do you hear the bull? He plays the flute.
Where's that Phil? I knew more than it's crazy. And again, I don't know if people like if you guys Dente sounds like that. Like Dente, if you go into somewhere and you just like and somebody goes like, hey, can I help you? Especially nowadays. Now it's worse because nobody's on commission anymore. Because I was on commission. You had to know your shit. Because if you didn't know, if you didn't know, you were not making a sale. You had to know what you were talking about because people came for an education. We used to get in trouble like at Circuit City because like we would like give them all the information and then they would go to Best Buy and buy it for cheaper. And it's like, they come for us for like the class and cameras and computers, and then they go to Best Buy. Oh, Best Buy is cheaper. I'm going to go over there. So then we had to start doing price matching. Thank you so much, Dog Zone. That Ryzen AI Max 395 in the Flow 13. Yo. That's why I was like, I need a Steam. I'm done with Windows. Windows belongs on a 13-inch screen. I work on it. It's a laptop. I do it for everything. I'm loving it, and that thing is great. But I need like that handheld structure. That's why I got the Legion Steam. That's a surprise. We'll do that. I'll give you impressions. We'll do an unboxing for that one, or a review of that one. Yeah, there you go. Drep put his PS3 at Circuit City, dude. That's how I know. I know that like they make like we had 10% discount on games. The accessories were like 50%. That was crazy. So accessories are what they used to always want to sell accessories like these. What the mock-up on accessories is where you want to get your money from. So like cameras, I was selling camera bags, memory cards, all that stuff. When you sold the console, you had to sell like, oh, here you need a controller, you need a AMD cable, you need cables, and you need all the shit. You need the travel bag. Because you want to sell the accessories with the product. Because the product, you didn't make a lot. The console wasn't marked up a lot because we wouldn't get a discount on it. 10% on games out. That was about it. It was just like tax. So they don't make their money on games and consoles. They make their money on accessories. That's where the mock-up was. But yeah. And that's why I had those. And PCs used to hate us because PCs, there was no accessories to sell with a PC. They would sell a tower and they'd be like, yeah, and that's it. And they wouldn't make big commissions on it. So what they'll try to do is sell the service, which they made a big commission on. Oh, we could go into sales and commissions with the electronics, man. All I gotta say is, the 40-year-old virgin, hilarious in the what is it, when they had like that Circuit City. Oh man, dude, I was working at Circuit City when that movie came out. It was it was awesome. I was like, yo. Can you show me where the phones are? Dude, there were people walk in. Oh, we could sit here all I could talk about funny Circuit City stories and sales stories, man. It is hilarious. I had the perfect my friend and I, we used to have a perfect hand gestures to guide people around the store. Like we would like come out, point to the left, and this like it was a we used to say the arch of our hands will show people right where it is, because I'll be in the front of the store and they'll be, can you show me where phones are? Like, wait, we mean a phone, like a real phone that you hook up onto your wall? I'm like, yeah, those are in the back. Like, yeah, those are like an old ass phone, like back. Oh man. I used to always do like, yeah. We always used to do the skit from like if we want to get out of a sale or something, like somebody was just driving us crazy and wasn't gonna buy anything. Like he'll come over, he's like, my butt still itches and I took a shower. Can I help you? We did that a couple of times, dude. Oh man, it was hilarious. That manager yelled at us. He goes, you can't do that shit. I'm like, yeah, it was the Dave Chappelle skit. Oh, I can see when their eyes glazed over, dude. Radio Shack, holy shit, yo, crazy. Yo, who is that? Who just dropped a 10? Yo, AK Do Sensible, thank you so much, man, for the 10 gaming VIP grinders. So yeah, check out the video, but I'll do a buyer's guide. But anyway, we could listen. These conversations are for the for the VIPs. We talk like that's the fireside chat. We just have fun and talk about things and topics and things like that. I'll tell some stories because I like to do stories, funny ass stories. So yeah. So but yeah, that's the VIP. So hey, if you want VIP, $5, we'll get into videos. I try to do a VIP stream every month, and we just hang out and talk like that kind of stuff there. But man, yo, service stores back in the 90s, dude. Yo, Neil worked at Blockbuster. Oh, damn. Well, my wife worked at a video store too, so like that was wild times, dude. It was wild. It was crazy. Yeah, the Blockbuster, dude. Blockbuster. I used to do the rentals, the Blockbuster, going in there and get the game rentals, and then used to rent them. The best was when I used to use the DVD X copy and go rent the movies and make copies. Anyway, pause on that one. But grinders, we're going to have a lot to talk about with this ROG Ally X, but again, this is a failure. Game Crazy is another one, yeah. But this has been a failure of their marketing. And again, they can't get their foot out of their mouth. They still do these same kind of sizzle reel videos that we come back and laugh about because it's nowhere near what... And again, I thought they're learning. I thought Microsoft is learning. I just don't understand how they continue to do the same thing. Just do these videos where this is the most innovative thing ever and have a bunch of head talking. No games, again. They talk about games. Oh, games where you won and who you... Just like, yo, just show... Like, why don't you just highlight your games? You could have highlighted Ninja Gaiden with this thing. You could have made Ninja Gaiden a launch title. Like, hey, your ROG Ally, you should pick up Ninja Gaiden. We optimized it for the Asus ROG Ally to run the best. Wouldn't that be great? It's their game. In Game Pass. Like, those are the kind of things you do. And again, it just shows how fragmented they are. And just how, like, it's still about just trying to throw hardware out there and thinking it's going to hit some magic, and it's not. And again, this thing's going to get roasted. Like, and what's crazy is that this roasting has happened now at launch. We're only a day into this thing. Imagine when the honeymoon period is over. I think it's going to get forgotten about. Yeah, Microsoft is not learning anymore. They're just lying. That's right, Jack. Exactly. That's why I'm so passionate about this, because a $1 trillion company should not get away with lies on a consumer product when we have all these hands-on, all this transparency into what's going on. We should be more educated. And what's crazy is that why is it our job here, not just mine, but everybody in the chat, because there's a lot of knowledge in the chat. You guys help each other out. I see you helping each other. Like, how do we have more knowledge and are better there than the people that the hands-on and stuff? It's because they got the corporate hand that's feeding them, and they get the perks. And it's ridiculous that lies were permeated this long that you had people like that guy I just showed, where he's just like devastated. He's like, there are Xbox players that believed in Xbox and think that this is the next thing because Phil said
the next Xbox hardware.
Our Xbox. So these Xbox guys on console go, yo, I can't find the console anymore. The console went up in price. Xbox's future is not console, it's PC. This is their first venture into it. This is the Xbox. They go buy it, $1,000. Nobody had a problem with the price. Again, another thing. Buy it, come take back, and it doesn't even play their library. Like what? And it's setting up a Windows computer, which they're like, I don't want a computer. I want an Xbox console. And I'm sorry for those people. I think that it's cooked. Like, it's done. Unless they come up with some miraculous hybrid in this. And like I said before, it's all about execution, and they do not execute at all. And we could do a whole show of going back and watching my old videos from June and everything. I said the same thing, because I just can't stand being lied to, especially from a corporation, and then people believing in that and facilitating and continuing that lie to their channel, that if you said against it, you were the wrong person. Just like the $80 billion deal. If you didn't like the Microsoft buying Activision, it was because you were a fanboy. You were a pony. What? Well, who's kicking in the stables now? Microsoft is petty, trying to get money back, and they're charging you through the nose because they know that you're a sucker. Are you going to be a sucker, or are you going to stand up for what you like and what you want and not have them tell you what you should like? And if that's how you feel, then you come to the Gaming Grindhouse. So thank you again, Grinders, for coming through. We're going to hit that like button, share it out, and we are ready to go. And I'm going to hit you with a nice exit song here as we go out there. But I want to thank everybody for coming through. We thank all the super chats, the likes, the new members, and we're ready to go. But yes, I will be doing a game and grind later on, probably tonight. We're probably going to do Yotai because you voted on it there. Or we'll do some Battlefield, but probably Yotai because I've been doing Battlefield, and Vote won the Grindhouse voting there. So with that, Grinders, hit that like button, and good night. Talk to you guys later.
In the neon glow of a pixelated town, rumors fly like sparks, trying to take us down. They say it's crumbling, falling apart, but they don't see the fire in our heart. Bootleg whispers on the wind, fake tales trying to creep in. We're not sinking, oh, we rise. Here comes the Xbox hero. Level up from zero. Sunday runners shouting loud. We stand tall. We're Xbox proud. We're Xbox proud. We're Xbox proud. We're Xbox proud. Windows on the tune, the steady and strong. Propaganda tries, but it won't last long. Controllers in hand, we march through the haze, dodging shadows, lighting up the maze. Bootleg whispers on the wind, fake tales trying to creep in. We're not sinking, no, we rise. Here comes the Xbox hero. Level up from zero. Sunday runners shouting loud, but we stand tall. We're Xbox proud. We're Xbox proud.